welcome to Vintage Throne Stadium for season number 21 of Barrie Baycats Baseball. Tonight's Inter-County Baseball League game features the visiting Brantford Red Sox and your Barrie Baycats. Tonight's not just any night at the ballpark, folks. Tonight is First Responders Appreciation Night. We are here tonight thanking the first responders in Simcoe County and beyond. How about a round of applause for our first responders? And now the starting lineups. First for the visiting Red Sox, managed by Rick Palmerlow. Batting first, the center fielder number 20, Jesse Fishbaum. Batting second baseman number 10, Brody McKay. Batting third, designated hitter number 25, Nick Burdett. Batting fourth, the right fielder number 32, Liam Sutherland. Batting fifth, the shortstop number 12, Jamil Orozco. Batting sixth, the first baseman number 21, Spencer Jameson. Batting seventh, the catcher number 46, Lucas Baycott. Batting eighth, the left fielder number 14, Roger Keane. Batting ninth, the third baseman number 34, Jordan Youngs. And pitching tonight for the Brantford Red Sox number 41, Andre Wojtrojic. And now, the starting lineup for your Barrie Baycats, managed by Josh Metlow. Batting first in left field, number 95, Noel McGarry Doyle. Batting second, the second baseman, number 7, Royce Ando. Batting third, the first baseman, number 26, Adam Odd. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 27, Ryan Rio. Batting fifth, the center fielder, number 15, Jay Wilson. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 22, Juan Familia. Batting seventh, at shortstop, number 3, Carson Burns. Batting eighth, the catcher, number 44, Tyler Plumpton. Batting ninth, the third baseman, number 14, Owen Jansen. Pitching tonight for your Baycats, number 51, Adam Kahn. Here are the umpires for tonight's contest, calling the balls and strikes. Jared Merkley. At first base, Adam Fanjoy. At second base, Scott Costello. And at third base, Isaac Zweisach. Ladies and gentlemen, if you could please stand if you are able to, and join us for the playing of our national anthem.
Live from Barrie Community Sports Complex in the township of Springwater, inter-county baseball. Tonight, it's the Brantford Red Sox in town to battle the hometown Barrie Baycats. Hello again, everyone, and a very happy Thursday evening to you. I'm Ben Davey. With me, Patrick Melbourne. Kendra Doyle on assignment this evening. Fourth of 6 regular season matchups between these clubs. The Baycats, Patrick, 3-0, wins in Brantford 13-2 and 15-4. However, a nail-biting 3-2 win for the Baycats at home last time they met here on July the 2nd in a year where wins have been awfully hard to come by in Brantford.
Yeah, it has not been the year that the Brantford Red Sox have hoped for, either at the plate or on the mound, but they're a young team. They're changing things up as we get into the second half of the season, and it'll be interesting to see how they evolve as a team throughout the year. For the Barrie side, it is Adam Kahn, who has been a very, very strong pitcher. So tonight, the Baycats just trying to do what they've done against Brantford in the past and go out strong and hopefully, on their perspective, win the game.
Nick Burdett handling managerial duties for the Red Sox tonight. Let's look at their starting lineup this evening. Jesse Fishbaum is in center field, leading off. Brody McKay is at second base, batting second. Number 3 hitter is Nick Burdett. He's the DH tonight. Liam Sutherland in right field in the cleanup spot. Jamil Orozco is the shortstop, batting 5th. Spencer Jameson hits 6th. He's at first base. Catcher Lucas Bateman is the number 7 spot. Roger Keane in left field, batting 8th. And Jordan Young in the number 9 spot at third base tonight for the Brantford Red Sox.
On the mound for the Barrie Baycats, it is right-hander Adam Kahn. Kahn has been awfully good this season. He came out of kind of nowhere. Nobody really knew what Adam Kahn would bring to the table except maybe the Barrie Baycats, and he has been excellent. One of the more reliable starters from Aurora, Ontario. He's 2-2 this season with a 4.54 ERA. He's really done well here at home. He had that game against London where he went 7 innings, gave up only the 1 run. This season, he has 34 strikeouts and 37.2 innings, only 20 walks. That's a pretty good strikeout to walk ratio. And we're just watching Adam Kahn get better and better, Ben Davey.
Baycats are wearing the throwback Reds tonight, and the Red Sox are wearing the alternate navy blues with the gray pants. Our first inning is brought to you by Starting Lineup Uniforms and Apparel, the official jersey provider of the Barrie Baycats. Your season starts here. Jared Merkley, our home plate umpire tonight. Adam Fanjoy behind the bag at first. Scott Costello at second. Isaac Zivchuk at third. So a 4-man umpiring crew tonight at Vintage Throne Stadium on this beautiful Thursday evening here at the ballpark. Jesse Fishbaum will wait for the first base coach to head down to position and then step into the box as Adam Kahn will look in for the sign and get ready to deal the first pitch of tonight's ball game. Kahn will work from the stretch right from the get-go here. The leg kick and the first offering is low and outside. We're underway at 7:39 tonight.
Good to see Tyler Plumpton back behind the plate. Left the last game with a bit of an injury, so glad to see it wasn't too serious, and he's back behind the plate. He has been such a good defensive catcher for these Baycats.
We'll give you the full defense for Barrie in just a moment as Kahn deals the 1-0. Fastball on the outside part of the plate for a strike. 26 degrees our game time temperature, feeling like 30 with the Humidex. Had some really muggy weather here in central Ontario all week. Sky's clear, though, and a beautiful, bright, sunny sky.
Yeah, you keep describing it as beautiful, but it's so hot.
It's July, late July at that.
I don't know. I feel like every time we get a hot game here at Vintage Throne Stadium, you keep going on about how nice it is and how wonderful and perfect it is for baseball. It is very, very nice. But perfect? I don't know. It's really warm.
That fastball by Kahn just missed outside. 2 balls and a strike. We do have a bit of a light breeze to cool everybody down a little bit. It's blowing in and slightly from right to left. Not a significant wind, but enough to keep everybody a little bit cool here in the early evening hours. 2-1 on the way from Kahn. And it's high. It was Fishbaum checked his swing. They appeal. He did not go.
4-man umpiring crew today. It's not something we see a ton of in the IBL, but it's good because we'll be able to see very close perspectives on every play.
20-year-old Adam Kahn making his 11th appearance of the season. 8th start. 3-1 pitch, hit on the ground to second base. Roy Sando handles it cleanly, makes the toss to first in time for the out. As we take a look at the defense tonight for the Barrie Baycats and Josh Matlow.
Left to right in the outfield, Noel McGarry-Doyle, the very good left fielder in left. Jake Wilson in center. Juan Familia in right. Best arm in right, best speed in left field. Left to right on the infield, it's Owen Jansen at third. We've seen him at at pretty much every infield position except first, actually. He's the third baseman. Shortstop's Carson Burns back in the lineup. Second baseman is Roy Sando. First baseman is Adam Odd. Behind the plate, Tyler Plumpton for Adam Kahn.
Brody McKay, the second baseman, comes to the plate. First pitch is inside a ball. Red Sox coming off an 11-5 loss in Kitchener against the Panthers. McKay went 0 for 3 that night. .250 average coming into tonight's game. Kahn's 1-0. Swing and a miss. Kahn is 2-2 with a 4.54 ERA, which ranks him 7th lowest in the IBL for pitchers over the minimum innings worked. 1-1, and the changeup is fouled off, and he's ahead 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kahn in his first IBL season and his rookie year here with the Baycats. McKay is ready, as is Kahn. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. First strikeout of the game for Adam Kahn, and there's 2 out.
Overpowered him. Looked like it would have been in the zone anyway, but got the big swing and a miss.
Designated hitter number 25, Nick.
Really nice change of speeds coming off the 1-1 curveball.
And when you've got that strikeout stuff going, it makes it easier to establish the strike zone, and it sets you up for a good night.
DHN manager Nick Burdett comes to the plate, an IBL veteran. First pitch from Kahn, and that's hit on the ground to second. Roy Sando records 2 assists of the 3 outs this inning, and the Red Sox go 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the first. Scoreless tie here at Vintage Throne Stadium as the Baycats come to bat. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie. Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. Your Canadian source for first aid kits, AEDs, safety products, and more. Shop online today at firstaidcanada.com. Life is precious. Be prepared. Here come the Baycats to bat in the bottom of the first inning. Let's take a look at Josh Matlow's lineup tonight. Noel McGarry-Doyle, the left fielder, leading off. Roy Sando at second, batting second. Adam Ott at first base, bats third. Ryan Rio, the DH, is cleaning up. Jake Wilson in center field in the number 5 spot. Juan Familia in right field, bats sixth. Carson Burns, the shortstop. Tyler Plumpton, the catcher. And Owen Jansen, the third baseman, round out the lineup tonight for the Barrie Baycats.
On the man for the Brantford Red Sox is Andrei Wojtorowiec, making his third appearance and all starts for the Brantford Red Sox. 0-1 so far with 10.80 ERA. He's had one good appearance and one bad appearance so far.
High fastball to McGarry-Doyle.
Good appearance came against Hamilton on July 13th. He went 3 innings, gave up only 2 hits, walked a couple but struck out 5. And the one that wasn't so good for him, he only went 2 innings, gave up 9 runs, 6 earned against the Welland Jackfish. 7 hits, 4 walks, only 1 strikeout. So better stuff last time out for Wojtorowiec, but still trying to get those stats down, and he'll be doing it against a tough Barrie batting order.
Wojtorowiec just 19 years old, 6'4", 200. That one's fouled off, and the count is 1-2. Left-hander played for the Frontier Community College in Fairfield, Illinois. Played for the Bobcats there, originally from Oakville. Started this season in the West Virginia Black Bears club and then joined the Brantford Red Sox after that. Count here is 2 balls and 2 strikes to Noel McGarry-Doyle. Looking for his first IBL win. As you mentioned, his 3rd appearance of the season, all starts. 2-2, and that's high as McGarry-Doyle ducks out of the way of that inside pitch. 3 balls, 2 strikes on a high and inside fastball. Just 5 innings of work coming into tonight. 6 strikeouts, 6 walks.
Yeah, you wonder if he'll be hoping to be out there for a few more innings today, because 2 innings, 3 innings, that's more like an opener, right?
Could be on a graduated innings type situation, and we mentioned earlier in the year that was the case with Adam Kahn. When he joined the Baycats, he was sort of given a minimum number of innings to work and worked his way up from there, and that was because of the program he was on. 1 out in the inning now for Roy Sando. It was interesting in that 6-2 Red Sox win against the Hamilton Cardinals. He only worked 3 innings in that game, despite not allowing any earned runs, and just 2 hits over the 3 innings. That game was 8 days ago, July 13th, at home against Hamilton. And he's behind here. That was close. 2 balls, no strikes to Roy Sando. Ando with a .226 average coming into today. He's played in about half the games for the Baycats this season. This is his 14th. And a strike. It's 2-1 to him now.
Has a home run on the season.
Andrei Wojtorowiec with a 2-1 pitch coming up here. And that's high, and it's 3-1. That one just above the letters. Both Wojtorowiec and Kahn working from the stretch with no base runners here in this first inning. And this one's hit deep to right field. Going back is Liam Sutherland near the fence, and he has room to make the catch. A long, loud out off the bat of Roy Sando, and there's 2 away.
Let's take a look at that Brantford Red Sox defense. Left, right in the outfield, it is Roger Keane, Jesse Fishbaum, and Liam Sutherland. On the infield, at third base, it's Jordan Young. Shortstop is Jamiel Orozco. Second baseman is Brody McKay. First baseman, Spencer Jameson. Lucas Bateman behind the plate for the starting pitcher, Andrei Wojtorowiec. Bit of a different look. You don't see Troy Banks in the batting order, who was so impressive earlier on in the season for Brantford.
First baseman Adam Ott takes a pitch. He's hitting .293 coming into today. Has a home run and 5 RBIs. pitch from Wojciech. High fastball, and it's 2-0. Red Sox looking for just their third win of this 2022 IBL campaign. Both the Red Sox and the Baycats with 3-game losing streaks coming into tonight. Something's got to give either way. Zips that one inside. He's behind Adam Odd. 3 balls, no strikes. The 2 wins Brantford got were both against the Hamilton Cardinals. Hamilton with a 6-22 record. They've lost 10 in a row. 3-0 pitch. Got that one in, and it's 3 balls and a strike. So both these clubs, no doubt, wanting to end their losing skids here tonight in this Thursday night matchup. And a called strike makes it 3-2. Baycats looking for a strong second half push to catch up to the top teams in the standings, Welland and London. Guelph not far behind. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 out. Here's the pitch. Inside ball 4, and the Baycats get their first base runner of the night.
Walks were an issue for, well, they've been an issue for all of Brantford's pitchers, but Wojciech has given up a few walks this season, more than he'd like to. In only 5 innings, he has walked 6 guys coming into today.
Only the 4th walk of the season for Adam Odd, so some good patience there, taking that 3-2 pitch to keep the inning alive for cleanup man Ryan Rio. Rio has really turned around his season nicely here in the second half, has the average up to 305 after a bit of a slow start. Really caught fire about a month ago. He's got 4 homers, 20 RBIs now. Leads the club in both categories. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. And the count is 1-1 to Ryan Rio. Adam Odd draws the throw. Two away here in this bottom of the first. Baycats and Red Sox here at Vintage Throne Stadium. Here's the pitch, and Rio pops that one up. Into the trees, out of play. And the broken glass sound effect is back at Vintage Throne Stadium. I love it. Everybody gasps and hopes that wasn't their car windshield. 1 ball, 2 strikes here as Wojciech steps off. And he wants catcher Lucas Bateman to run through the signals one more time. Spencer Jamison at first, holding on Adam Odd, 1-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Change up and a swing and a miss by Rio. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Andre Wojciech, and through 1, we're scoreless here at Vintage Throne Stadium. Baycats and Red Sox on Rogers TV in Barrie and Baycats TV on YouTube.
Baycats in the first inning, no runs, no hits, no errors with 1 left on base.
BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news. The Canadian Brewhouse is a one-of-a-kind Canadian-themed sports bar. Stop by and enjoy live sports action and an extensive menu with amazing food and drink specials. Just off the 400 at Park Place in Barrie. Join the Canadian Brewhouse after the game.
I'm Christina De Palma, and whether you're looking for help with small claims court, a problem with your tenant, a traffic ticket, a notary, or looking for mediation, De Palma & Associate Legal Services can help. Know the rules, know your rights, solid advice.
Second inning brought to you by BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com, your community, your news. Patrick Melbourne, I'm Ben Davey. It's the Red Sox and the Baycats for the fourth time in this 2022 season. Liam Sutherland will lead it off. Jamiel Orozco and Spencer Jamison to follow here on the top of the first inning, or top of the second, in the scoreless tie through one. Right-hander Adam Kahn. The 3 up, 3 down first inning. Breaking pitch to start the at-bat to Sutherland, and it's ball one. Sutherland, 25 years old, from Stony Creek in his second IBL season. Hit .271 for the Red Sox last year, .462 for them in 4 playoff games. And the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. From Kahn is outside, and it's 2-1. Mentioned that 3-2 win for the Baycats at home over the Brantford Red Sox here on July the 2nd, a game that you called, Patrick. I was away that day. The Red Sox scored first in that game off Riley Hoover, got off to an early lead, tied the game at 2 in the top of the 9th inning off reliever Chris Cox, and then Owen Jansen ended up pulling it out for the Baycats, driving in the winning run in the bottom of the 9th.
That was a very memorable game.
Red Sox had to be feeling good about their chances getting to the 9th inning.
I have to promote, by the way, that a bunch of those highlight clips are available on Baycats TV, BarrieBaycats.com, and Barrie Baycats social media channels.
Really tough loss for the Baycats, or for the Red Sox, excuse me, who started the year 0-19 to start the season. Had some close scores, but just couldn't get on the right side of the ledger. And
you could see that first win coming for a little while before it came. But I'm sure the team was so happy to get that first win.
Took a lot of patience. They were finally able to beat the Hamilton Cardinals on July 8th in a 6-5 win.
Good patience right there at the plate by Liam Sutherland as he draws the first walk of the day for the Red Sox.
They beat Hamilton 6-5 on July 8th and then beat Hamilton again 6-2 at home just 5 days later. So the Cardinals remain the only team the Red Sox have beaten so far this year. And now they've lost 3 in a row since that win on July 13th. Sutherland is aboard. Nobody out. A called strike to Jamiel Orozco. Kahn from the belt. Runner does not go, and a swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt. And it's 0-2 to Orozco. Orozco playing in just his 4th game of the season here tonight. Right back to the mound. Only time for one play, and they get the out at first. Not a great throw by Kahn coming off the mound. That's a tricky situation for pitchers sometimes. Just trying to make that clean throw over to first, but fortunately for Kahn, he had plenty of time. So they get the force out, runner advances.
Spencer Jamison.
Spencer Jamison hitting .240. And the left-hander will face Adam Kahn here with 1 out and a runner at second base. Kahn fires that one inside, ball 1. If there's a guy who has speed that you like to get on the bases, it is definitely Sutherland. He's got 8 stolen bases this year. On the ground to second, Royce Ando. He's going to get his 3rd assist of the ball game already. Tosses that one to first in time. Runner advances, but 2 out in the second inning.
Yeah, it's a little bit unusual to see all the groundouts go to one place early on in the game.
Lucas Bateman, the catcher, will bat now with a runner at third and 2 out in the inning. This is just Bateman's 6th game, but he's off to a great start. A .313 average and Still looking for his first RBI. Love to get that here on the top of the second inning. These teams meet again in Brantford on Friday, July 29th, and back here for the final regular season home game on Sunday, August 21st. That's actually the final game period for both teams, barring any makeups. That'll be Sunday, August 21st, and then we are on to round one of the playoffs.
Feels like we keep not getting rain here, and you keep trying to jinx the fact that we haven't got any rain.
Oh, I'm not trying to jinx anything. I'm loving it. But it is remarkable that we have not had a weather delay or a rain out here at Vintage Throne Stadium.
It is a little
season.
unusual.
I guess with a new name for the ballpark comes some improved weather. I've done seasons before where we've had 4, 5, 6, rainouts or weather delays, games that have gone well past 11 o'clock because of interruptions, and we've had none of that this year.
Now you're really trying to jinx that.
I don't think so. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Usually the yucky weather, I mentioned this earlier, but it's usually May into June, kind of those first couple of weeks where the grass is still kind of soggy. 3-2 is the count. Most IBL teams do have a bit of a lighter schedule in the last couple of weeks, and that will allow them to make up any postponed games if necessary.
Yeah, I would suggest that's for rainouts.
Line drive right down the third base line. It's into left field, and the Red Sox are going to get the first run of the game. That's an RBI single for Lucas Bateman, 1-0 Brantford.
Left fielder number 14, Roger Keane.
Nice bit of hitting by Bateman on that 3-2 pitch.
The Red Sox would really like to get going early, because if they can do that, then they can raise their confidence after a season that really has not been the Red Sox season so far.
And they know this is a Baycats team with explosive offense at times. They can score runs in bunches.
You're absolutely right.
You don't want to take a close lead into late innings against the Barrie Baycats. A called strike, and it's 1-1 to Roger Keane, the left fielder. Con last worked in Welland on Saturday, so 5 days ago. Not his best outing, 6 earned runs in a 3-inning start versus one of the best offenses in the league, the Welland Jackfish. Took the loss in a 9-3 Jackfish win. Walked 5,
been on
struck
quite
out
the
2.
winning streak lately.
Yeah, they have been on an impressive run. Con had 2 scoreless innings to open the game, but then Welland got a pair off him in the third, and then it unraveled on Adam in the 4th inning. 3 walks, 2 wild pitches, a hit batter, and his night was done, as he couldn't record an out in the 4th inning. So this is a bounce-back game for him. Didn't miss by much. 3-2 now. A full count with 2 out. Jordan Young, the number 9 hitter on deck, hopeful for an at-bat here. 2 away as Roger Keane looks to keep the inning alive. Bateman at first. He'll be off with the pitch. Con at the belt. The leg kick, runner goes. Here's the pitch, and it's outside, ball 4. And the inning continues. 2 on with 2 away for the number 9 hitter.
Walks have been a problem this game for both pitchers so far.
Inning started with a walk to Sutherland, and he has come around to score the game's first run, and now the Red Sox looking to add more with 2 on and 2 out here in the 2nd inning. Third baseman Jordan Young, .267 on the season. This is just his 6th game. A couple of guys in the lineup tonight that have seen really limited action for the Red Sox. McKay in just his 4th game of the year tonight. So Adam Kahn in his first jam of the night, trying to get his team off the field here on the top of the 2nd inning. Checks the runner. Here's the first offering, and it's hit weakly foul. Over to the Baycats dugout, and it's an 0-1 count to Jordan Young. Some shadows across the field now, and they will remain for another 20, 30 minutes as the sun sets to our right. 0-1 pitch. Off speed and a little in-betweener to third, and stepping on the bag is Owen Jansen. So Adam Kahn gets his team off the field, but not before the Red Sox draw first blood after an inning and a half. It's 1-0 Brantford. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
For Brantford in the second inning, 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, 2 left on base.
Jake Wilson stepping up. Fans, all Saturday afternoon home games that start at 4 p.m. this season are Junior Baycats days with the support and partnership of Rock 95, Cool FM, Barrie 360, Moonwalk Entertainment, and Dream Parties. Family fun will be taken to a whole new level. Ben?
And the bottom of the second inning will bring Jake Wilson to the plate along with Juan Familia and Carson Burns. 5, 6, 7 in the order for Josh Matlow's Barrie Baycats. They trail by a run. Brantford getting on the board first tonight on an RBI single by Lucas Bateman to bring home Liam Sutherland. And Wilson gets ahead in the count 1-0. First responders night here at Vintage Throne Stadium. Saw a couple of really cool fire trucks parked out front. I don't know if you got a chance to look at those, Patrick, on your way through.
Briefly.
But kids really love to look at those and ask questions to the men and women who serve the fire department, and also we've got police officers here tonight, paramedics and others in uniform, many of them, and it's great to see. They do so much to serve our community, and it's nice to have them out here for a night of baseball. Three balls, no strikes to Jake Wilson. Four pitches and walk to Wilson to get the Baycats second base runner of the night. Here comes Juan Familia. I really think we should have somebody out at one of those fire trucks to fire the siren off if the Baycats hit a home run tonight. Wouldn't that be cool?
That'd be different.
That's the one thing I always loved when I was a kid. You know, you see a paramedic or a firefighter or a cop, always to have them turn the siren on, turn the lights on the vehicle. Kids love that. I think that'd be great for a home run.
You think that would be a home run of an idea.
Absolutely. Familia, thinking bunt perhaps. Didn't offer, and it's 1-0. Familia in his 13th game since joining the Baycats. Jake Wilson, lots of speed at first. Nobody out in the inning. He does not go, and a bunt. And slipping is the pitcher. Gets up from his knees and not in time. Good effort after he fell. Did about all he could. Just tried to sling that one across the grass, but no chance to get the speedy one, Familia.
Shortstop number 3, Carson Burns.
So Juan Familia probably thinking sacrifice to get the runner up 90 feet, ends up getting aboard himself.
Yeah, sometimes you end up with a little bit more. That's why you have to run them out 100%. And suddenly, Wojciech, dealing with 2 base runners and nobody out, had a pretty good first inning, but now he's a guy who has not worked deep into games. He wants to change that this game. He needs to prove that he can by getting through this inning.
Good speed on the bases here. Let's see if they put the double steal on with nobody out. Carson Burns squared to bunt, but the pitch was well high and outside. So he's thinking of advancing those base runners. Lefty-lefty matchup here. Pitch to Burns. He squares, and it's inside. 2 balls, no strikes.
One other game tonight on the out-of-town scoreboard. Baycats TV out-of-town scoreboard. Baycats TV has a brand new spoiler-free TV page as well as a highlights page. Go to barriebaycats.com/TV and barriebaycats.com/highlights to see that. That game is between the Kitchener Panthers and the Welland Jackfish. Jackfish trying to get their 22nd win. They're at the top of the standings right now. Panthers won their last game, which was against Brantford. They're 11-16 so far.
Welland looking to keep a 7-game win streak alive tonight. They're 9-1 in their last 10. Hottest team in the IBL right now, and a 2-game lead over the defending IBL champ London Majors.
Well, it feels like Welland and London just keep winning. So if you're the Baycats, you need to obviously win as much as possible, but especially because those top teams just don't seem to lose much.
And another walk. 2 walks in the inning of 19-year-old Andre Wojciech.
And Wojciech has just really lost the strike zone in this inning.
3 walks in the ball game, and now Tyler Plumpton will bat with the bases loaded and nobody out. Sometimes you get to the bottom of the order and you think you can kind of take a little bit of a sigh of relief. Not so with the Barrie Baycats. Tyler Plumpton leads this team with a .379 average.
And
the red-hot Owen Jansen to follow at .349.
I was just about to mention Jansen. He's a guy who could be a leadoff hitter for this team.
Those are the 2 highest batting averages in the lineup.
I think if you wanted to set up a lineup differently for the Baycats, you could have Jansen and Plumpton as the top 2 hitters. That tells you how good the bottom of the order is.
You almost could. 0-1 pitch, inside, and the count is even. Tyler Plumpton has not hit a home run this season, but he has driven in 12. And he has been one of the Baycats' most consistent hitters all season long. Loves the RBI situation. Plumpton, a first responder himself, I'm sure appreciating seeing his colleagues here at the ballpark tonight. Got those pants right down to the shoe tops, but he swings the bat with the old school skin on wood, no gloves. 2-1, fouled off, and he brings the count even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Both Wojciech and Kahn have thrown 35 pitches now. Still only in the 2nd inning here. Wilson at 3rd, Familia at 2nd, Burns at 1st. Nowhere to put Tyler Plumpton. It's a 2-2 count to him. As the left-hander gets the sign, the leg kick, and the pitch. And it's on the ground. Could be 2. Picked up by the shortstop. Has to go back to the bag. Makes the throw across, and it bounces out of the glove of Spencer Jamieson. That'll bring in 2 runs. As Wilson was in to score easily, Juan Familia with some incredible base running. He didn't stop. Once he saw that ball had squirted loose, he kept trucking around third and came all the way in to score.
Yeah, great heads-up play at third base. It was pretty good play defensively. Just didn't go as planned at the end, and Familia was able to take advantage. And they'll give him an error on the throw to first base, which I think is a good call. He made a good job to keep the ball in front of him, which was the key part. But if he wasn't able to get the throw the way he wanted it to, he maybe should have kept it in his glove, kept it in the infield for sure.
So Carson Burns removed from the bases on that play by Orozco as he was able to glove it, but had overrun second, and that's what tripped him up. He had to go back to tag the bag to record the out there before making the throw across, and it was a bad throw that cost the Baycats, or cost the Red Sox, a second Baycat run. They would have got one anyways. Still just 1 out in the inning for Owen Jansen. So it's Plumpton at first, 1 on, 1 out. Wilson and Familia scoring to make it 2-1 Barrie. Pitch from Wojciech. And it's low, 2-1. You can tell the days are getting shorter because I'm making the transition from sunglasses to regular glasses earlier and earlier in ball games.
You should track that.
This one drops into left field for a base hit.
That should be a stat.
Well, mark it down.
Baby changes to normal glasses.
8:18 p.m. and there we go with the glasses change over.
Now, you wear normal glasses and then you also wear sunglasses. So do the sunglasses have the same, what's the word I'm looking for?
Prescription.
Yes.
Yeah, I do.
They do, okay.
But my sunglasses are in much better shape than these because I wear the normal glasses all the time.
Have you ever done the ones that turn into sunglasses?
Yeah, I've seen those, the transitions. The thing I
Yeah.
noticed with some people, though, is you go inside as McGarry Doyle hits this one to left field, backpedaling and reaching up to make the catch is Roger Keane. That one had a little bit of carry on it.
It certainly did. It went back almost all the way to the wall, and you had to make an off-balance catch. That was one of those catches where I would have been impressed if the fielder made the catch, and he did.
So 2 out in the inning now. Runners stay put. Plumpton at second, Jansen at first. It brings Roy Sando to the plate. I've noticed some people that wear the transition lenses when they're outside and then they go inside. It takes a long time
It does take a while.
for them to switch back. And
It's more of a visual thing than something you notice. I used to have them. Something you notice when you're wearing them.
first pitch swinging, and Ando fouls it off to the right side. You got to be prepared for everything this time of year. You got to have the sunglasses, the sunscreen, and then, of course, the bug spray for the late innings. And maybe an umbrella if you want some shade. And then if it rains, you've got the umbrella for that purpose as well. So down the line and fair. Into left field. Rounding third is Plumpton, and he is in to score the third run for the Baycats. That's an RBI double for Roy Sando. 3-1 Barrie.
First baseman number 26, Adam Odd.
This is the big inning the Baycats were hoping for off a pitcher who has not gone deep into games. They weren't seeing him super well in the first. They are seeing his pitches much better now and able to lay off the ones not in the zone and hit the ones in the zone.
So 3 runs for the Baycats here in the second. Wilson, Familia, and Plumpton all coming around to score. And they're looking for more with Jansen at third now and Ando at second. Adam Odd will come to the plate for the second time.
We're actually kind of close to the Baycats batting around. Only Odd and Rio have not hit in this inning.
1-0 pitch. Odd spins out of the way. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Wojciech, 19 years old from Oakville. lefty-lefty matchup here. And a 2-0 pitch on the way, and that's outside, ball 3. Let's see if Adam Odd will draw his second walk of the ball game. First base open. Certainly rather pitch to him than Ryan Rio, who's on deck. And a called strike as Odd is taking all the way, and the count is 3-1. Odd having a great year with a .293 average in 12 games. Stares in. Waggles the bat. The 3-1 pitch on the way, and that is in the dirt, ball 4. Looking around for it is Bateman. It's right underneath him. And everybody stays put, and the bases are loaded again.
Third walk of the inning, 4th walk total. And not a surprise to see the DH and manager today, Nick Burdett, coming out to talk to his pitcher. Nobody's warming up, although someone's heading down there now. That's Graham Tibbett, maybe? I don't see a 28 on the roster. So we'll see.
Well, a lengthy chat on the mound as Nick Burdett comes out to talk to his left-hander. Shortstop Jamil Orozco went in as well for the conversation.
And now with Rio batting, every batter in the Baycats order has come up to the plate in this inning.
Ryan Rio.
Here's the Baycats leader in home runs and RBIs. 4 taters, 20 knocked in 23 games, and he would love to bring this crowd to its feet with one swing of the bat here.
He sure would.
Takes the first pitch, and it's inside corner for a strike.
He is such a fan favorite here, and it's easy to see why. A good guy on and off the field, and such a good hitter.
0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Ahead of that one. May have gotten a piece, but he's behind now. No balls and 2 strikes. Wojciech with the 0-2. Just missed, and the count is 1 ball, 2 strikes. Wojciech showing a little more confidence after that conversation on the mound here. Let's see what he comes at Rio with a 1-2. Looking for a big strike here to get off the field and end this inning. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and it's a swing and a miss. Andre Wojciech comes up big, but the Baycats bat around. 3 for Barrie in the second. It's a 3-1 lead for the Baycats through 2. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie. Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend. Revive MD Medical and Aesthetic Clinic, privately owned by Dr. Marina Bachet, a one-of-a-kind clinic that covers a variety of medical and cosmetic concerns. Visit 411 Bayfield Street, Unit B12 in Barrie, or revivemedspa.ca.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp. See you this summer!
Adam Kahn and the Barrie Baycats are up by a score of 3-1 through 2 innings here at Vintage Throne Stadium. With Patrick Melbourne, I'm Ben Davey.
First Aid Canada. First Aid Canada.
Was that a coloring page
Yeah,
that I just saw in your bag?
Just to give you the context of my notes right now,
Yes.
I have found the coloring page and I can't find my list of ad reads. So that's a thing.
We caught you going through the coloring pages there last game on Sunday. And I see you did a nice job with the Baycat logo on the helmet here.
I did an excellent job with that.
For those who have kids, when you come out on those Junior Baycat days, be sure to have them come by the table here just inside the ticket gate. You'll find coloring pages for the kids with markers. And
maybe my list of ad reads, too.
well, you can use mine. It's right here.
Well, yours doesn't have the golf read on it.
Oh, okay. Well, you can wing that one. I'm sure you know the info.
I kind of do, yeah.
Carson Burns with a throw over, and it's just in time. Jesse Fishbaum with some pretty good speed down that line. Burns retires and one away.
It's supposed to be one of those things where we're supposed to read the ad reads like we've got them at the top of our head, right? So when we tell people that, we have the notes in front of us, it's a little less impressive of us.
Well, I'll help you with this one. The third inning is brought to you by First Aid Canada, your Canadian source for first aid kits, AEDs, safety products, and more. Shop online today at firstaidcanada.com.
See, he just had that top of his head right there.
The magic of a paper script. There you go. I'll let you use that for the rest of the game. Hey, I'm sure our first responders will appreciate us reading these First Aid Canada tags here today. They're always promoting first aid and public safety, and First Aid Canada is a great source for that.
Public safety is good.
Center field, and it's going to be the second baseman backpedaling, Roy Sando, to take that on the outfield grass, and there's 2 outs.
Designated hitter number 25, Nick Burkett.
So Adam Kahn settling down nicely after 35 pitches through 2 innings. A pair of walks and a run surrendered. He gets 2 quick outs here at the top of the Red Sox order in the third. One underscore as well. A nice bit of pitching by Andre Voidorovich there to get that Ryan Rio strikeout. Not a great inning for the left-hander as the Baycats get 3 runs off him. But boy, he looked confident pitching against Rio there in that situation with the bases loaded.
And when you strike out a guy in a first at-bat like he did with Rio, you gain that confidence because you know what works against him. So you can go back to that until it doesn't work anymore.
And he's a heavy bat with 4 home runs and 20 RBIs.
He's an excellent bat.
Definitely an intimidating presence at the plate. But Voidorovich did not hesitate at all, coming right at him. 2 balls, no strikes to Nick Burdett. Burdett 0 for 1 tonight. There's the pitch. And that misses. Ball 3, not by much. I guess that was low. 3 balls, no strikes to Burdett. Got a Junior Baycat announcer who's prepping for the bottom of the 3rd inning. We'll tell you about them when the inning comes. Pitch on the way from Kahn. Called strike.
Just missed inside.
Home plate umpire Jared Merkley likes those delayed calls. Keeps us guessing sometimes. We don't want to jump the gun. Kahn comes set. Here's the 3-1. Swings and misses. And it's a 3-2 count to Burdett. Payoff pitch. High and outside, ball 4. Burdett draws a walk.
Nick Burdett had a big milestone in the IBL not too long ago. On June 22nd, he had his 1,000th IBL at-bat.
Liam Sutherland.
He's been a consistent guy for the Brantford Red Sox over the years.
291 IBL games played, all of them with the Brantford Red Sox dating back to 2013. He's been in this league a long time. An IBL All-Star. .28 years old and handling managerial duties tonight too. Liam Sutherland walked to start the 2nd and scored the Red Sox only run tonight. And he's ahead here, 2 balls and no strikes. wind that we had at first pitch has completely died. Flags calm above the right field
But it's not nearly
scoreboard.
as hot and humid as it was at the start.
Temperatures
so
dropped as well.
I'm
You're
not
right.
finding myself wanting the wind to come back.
They always say here at Vintage Throne Stadium, the wind comes from the broadcast booth. 3 balls, no strikes. The pitch. Ball 4. Back-to-back walks, and Adam Kahn in trouble again.
Both these pitchers have walked too many batters already tonight. You wonder if that visibility right now, no big shadows, it's helping the hitters just see pitches out of the hand just a little bit better than they normally do. Because sometimes at this time, there's shadows from the sun coming in.
Little pep talk on the mound as time is called, and a right-hander gets ready in the Barrie bullpen.
Fans, there are only a couple days left to sign up for Baycats summer camps. Well, I think there are a few more than a couple of days, because this is a slightly older read that I had to bring out because I didn't have the newer read, so bear with me there. Head to barriebaycats.com to find all the details about Barrie Baycats summer camp, because there's a third week of camp this summer for the first time since camp started over a decade ago. Head to baycats.com to learn more. It's under the community tab on the website.
I've seen some of the pictures on social media, Patrick, and those kids are having the time of their lives and learning a lot as well.
Evan Souls is warming up in the bullpen, by the way.
1-0 the count to Jamil Orozco. Red Sox trailing by a pair here in the top of the third inning.
I was so happy to have that read up. Everything was going well, and then I realized, it's a little bit wrong.
Throw down, and Adam Odd unable to hang on to that. Back safely is Liam Sutherland. Sutherland has a runner ahead of him, so he's going nowhere.
Better speed on first than at second right now.
1-1 the count with 2 outs. Pitch from Kahn, and it's hit on the ground. Backhanded by the shortstop. They go to third, and on the bag for the out is Jansen. Burns to Jansen for the force, and that will do it for the Red Sox in the top of the third. Bottom of the third we go with the Baycats on top by 2. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
For Brantford in the third inning, no runs, no hits, no errors with 3 left on base.
2 left on base.
New pitcher for the Brantford Red Sox is Jose Ventura, making his first appearance in the IBL. He has not appeared with the Brantford Red Sox before now. Right-hander, we saw him throwing warm-up pitches right now. Looks like he has a good fastball. We'll have to see how that goes. Bit of a sidearm delivery, and he'll be facing off against the middle of the Baycats order. Jake Wilson, Juan Familia, and Carson Burns. Back on the mic, Ben Davey.
Thank you, Patrick. Trying to find some information on Ventura for you. He is not listed on the Red Sox website as this is his first appearance of the season. Just doing a quick Google search, and I believe he's a product of Newington, Connecticut. Attended Western Oklahoma State College, if this is the right Jose Ventura that I've looked up. And Jake Wilson up for the second time in this ball game, and he fouls one off over near the Brantford bullpen, and it's 0-2. So Andre Wojtorowic's night comes to an end after 2 innings. He allows 3 runs on 2 hits. Walks really got to him in that second inning.
Yeah, I got the pitch count up. He has some okay stuff, though.
And the Red Sox will need a deep bullpen here tonight. 0-2 pitch is inside, and it's 1 ball, 2 strikes to Wilson. (3-1) Baycats. We're in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Red Sox scored first. Baycats answered with a 3-run bottom of the 2nd. And this one hit on the ground. High hop for Spencer Jamison. Steps on the bag. Wilson running hard, but he beats him.
It's kind of interesting. Jake Wilson, even though he's not leading off anymore in this batting order as of right now, he's led off 2 innings so far.
Isn't that interesting?
That's kind of funny.
You're right. Juan Familia, the right fielder, comes to bat.
Now batting for the Baycats, number 22, Juan Familia.
I'm going to message Reese Demaney, the Red Sox announcer, and see if we can get any additional information on Ventura.
Great idea.
Thank you.
First pitch to Familia is away. One ball, 1 strike here to Familia. Familia laid down a bunt and reached first base safely with Jake Wilson aboard. Ended up scoring the go-ahead run for the Baycats thus far. Fouls this one back, and the count is 1-2. Familia from Reading, Pennsylvania. The pitch, change up, and it's low ball, 3-2 now the count. Or 2-2, excuse me. And it's a full count. Juan in his 13th game with the Baycats, his first IBL season. Righty-righty matchup. Here's the payoff pitch. Swings and he misses. Two out in the inning for Carson Burns.
Shortstop, number 3, Carson Burns.
Fourth Baycat strikeout tonight. And Burns will bat with 2 away here in the 3rd inning. Burns has the average up to 273. His 27th game of the season. Baycat shortstop takes a pitch, and it's a 1-1 count. Tyler Plumpton has half the catcher's gear on. He's standing on the on-deck circle. Time is called, and Burns will settle in again for a 1-1. Pitch from Ventura. And that one's hit into right field. It's a base hit for Carson Burns, and Plumpton will get an at-bat here with 2 away. Second time Burns has reached base safely tonight.
The catcher, number 44, Tyler Plumpton.
Plumpton's walk-up song sounds like a Broadway show tune. You notice that? I don't have a title track for that, but it was certainly an interesting piece. Plumpton reached on a fielder's choice and scored Barrie's 3rd run in the 2nd inning.
We have some kind of breaking news around the IBL today. Just waiting to get more information on that, but it's a pretty major move.
Burns draws the throw. He's back head first. Go ahead.
The Guelph Royals have signed Ben Braun from the Hamilton Cardinals. So Ben Braun has moved from the Cardinals to the Guelph Royals.
That one to the backstop. Bateman back to pick it up, and up to second base goes Burns. So that breaks up brothers Ben and Gabe, who had been a formidable duo for the Cardinals for many years.
And of course, there have been a few moves over the last few days, with Justin Gideon of Hamilton going to Welland.
That was a big acquisition and a tough loss for Hamilton.
Brantford has had a few moves as well. I don't see Troy Banks on the roster after he was so good earlier this year for them. I don't know what happened there.
One ball, 2 strikes here to Plumpton, the catcher. Gideon had played for the Cardinals since 2019. Was a Burlington Bandit and Herd before that. Huge pickup for the Jackfish. That one down the line, foul. And the count holds at 2-2. So the Welland Jackfish adding to their already explosive lineup. Be interesting to see where they put him in the batting order. Guy that can get on base and score an awful lot for you. Has a little bit of power as well.
Guelph Royals making that Braun move official about an hour ago. Just checking in on their social media and website about that.
So the Royals getting Ben Braun, the Jackfish getting Justin Gideon. Wonder if we'll see some more movement in the next week or so as teams start thinking about the playoffs.
And there is some kind of signing deadline. I'm not sure what day that is, but it is coming up.
Runner at second, 2 out. Carson Burns on the bases. Jose Ventura with a 2-2 pitch. Runner goes, and it hits Plumpton. And that one hit him fairly softly in the arm. He'll trot down to first. Plumpton got really banged up here on Sunday night with a couple of foul balls off his, I think his left ankle or his lower left leg. Had to remove himself from the game. Not a guy who wants to be taking any fresh bruises home tonight, that's for sure. He took one off the leg at the plate, and then prior to that, he fouled one off his leg, and it looked like it was pretty close to the same spot. And after he got hit by a pitch, he finally just had to walk off the field. It was just too much for him to continue with. So because Plumpton was hit, Burns has to go back to second. He would have had third stolen more than likely. He was about halfway there before Ventura delivered the ball. Owen Jansen now with the runner going. Here's the throw down and the slide, and the tag is applied. Carson Burns trying to swipe third, but he came up short on the slide. And a great throw by Lucas Bateman for the third out of the inning. Let's see if the Red Sox can capitalize on that. We're through 3 here at Vintage Throne Stadium. It's still Barrie 3, Brantford 1 on Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
For the Baycats in the third inning.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. Your Canadian source for first aid kits, AEDs, safety products, and more. Shop online today at firstaidcanada.com. Life is precious. Be prepared.
Centerfield Foods, feeding fans and families at the Barrie Community Sports Complex.
With Patrick Melbourne, I'm Ben Davey. We are in the 4th inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium on this beautiful Thursday night. Good crowd on hand to enjoy a 3-1 Baycat lead over the Red Sox here tonight. Spencer Jamieson comes to the plate, Lucas Bateman to follow, and Roger Keane, the left fielder, will bat third. Adam Kahn back out for his 4th inning of work. First pitch, and it's fouled off, strike 1. Kahn, the right-hander, with a leg kick, 0-1 pitch, and it's a high pop-up. Stays in the infield. And it's going to be the third baseman, Owen Jansen, 1 away. 4th inning brought to you by Centerfield Foods, feeding fans and families at the Barrie Community Sports Complex since 2005.
The catcher, number 46, Lucas Bateman.
Lucas Bateman is playing in his 6th game in the IBL. All 5 for the Red Sox this season. Comes into the game with a .313 average. Curveball to start him off, and it's a strike. Bateman drove in the Red Sox lone run so far in the top of the 2nd inning. An RBI single to bring home teammate Liam Sutherland. And a called strike, 0-2. Just missed, and the count is 1-2. Kahn wanted that. Here's the pitch, and that one bounces up, scoots through the wickets of Tyler Plumpton. He gets a clean baseball, and the count is 2-2. Pitch is outside, and the count is full to Lucas Bateman. Con from the belt, payoff pitch on the way. Here it comes. Called strike 3. Bateman didn't like it.
That was a nice pitch, though, right in the middle from my eye. I was looking at the angle from behind the plate, not the one on Baycats TV, but from my eye, it did look like a strike.
Con thought he would have got the strikeout 2 pitches prior in that at-bat. He did not.
Number 14, Roger Keane.
And home plate umpire Jared Merkley gives him the 3-2 called strike for the second out of the inning. Roger Keane, who has a walk tonight. And that's called a strike. Adam Kahn and Tyler Plumpton, the battery for the Baycats. Here's the pitch from Kahn. Outside, and the count is 1-1. Kahn now 62 pitches, 32 strikes, 30 balls. Here's the pitch. Off speed, and it's pop foul. The count is 1-2. Kahn had base runners in the second and third innings, looking for a clean 3-up, 3-down fourth here.
He's looked much more confident as the game's gone on, been mixing his pitch as well.
One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and the pitch on the way from right-hander Adam Kahn. Swing and a miss! Back-to-back strikeouts, Bateman and Keane. Down go the Red Sox in the top of the fourth. We go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's still 3-1 Barrie on Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
No errors and no.
Brian.
Mike's live.
Number 9 hitter Owen Jansen will lead it off for the Baycats in the bottom of the fourth inning. Barrie on top by a score of 3-1. Jansen, McGarry Doyle, and Ando will hit for the Baycats here in the fourth inning.
Jansen, of course, had that not nat bat in the third inning where he was at the plate when a caught stealing ended the inning. So he'll get a chance to restart against Jose Ventura, who's looked pretty good so far.
Swing and a miss, strike one.
Ventura indeed making his first appearance, we can confirm, with the Red Sox.
Just trying to find some free IBL stats on him. I'm looking him up. But haven't been able to find anything so far, but he's looked pretty good here. Certainly has a lively fastball, that we can tell you. Gave up a hit and a walk in the third, but was unable to escape any damage. As you referenced, that big caught stealing on Carson Burns. A good throw by Lucas Bateman. And a slide by Burns that just came up short. Ventura's 2-1. Calls, strike. And the count is even, 2-2. Ventura on in relief of starter Andre Vojdorozic, who went just 2 innings tonight. Two balls, 2 strikes to Jansen. The full wind and the delivery. And that one's hit into foul territory. Left side, running over the third baseman Burdett, well out of his reach. Or Young, excuse me. Out of play, and the count will hold at 2-2. Two more matchups for these teams. In Brantford on July 29th at Arnold Anderson Stadium, and then back here for the final regular season game for both clubs on Sunday, August 21st. Baycats a perfect 3-0 against the Red Sox so far this season. 2-2 on the way from Jose Ventura. Nods his head as he gets the sign he wants, and the leg kick and the pitch. And that one's hit pretty hard. Right center field, and that one is going to drop. And it's going to go all the way to the wall. Picking it up is Fishbaum, makes the throw in, and a slide and a triple for Owen Jansen.
The left fielder, number 95, Noel.
Second triple of the season for Jansen. The Baycats get the leadoff man on here in the fourth.
He's been so good, man. He's just someone who goes up there to the plate with a solid approach and has come up with big hit after big hit over the last couple of months. What an addition he has been to this team.
I think that 8-9 combination of Plumpton and Jansen just really catches a lot of teams around the league off guard. Those two are so productive in the bottom of the order. And Noel McGarry Doyle will look to get on base for the first time tonight. The leadoff man is 0 for 2. First at bat against Jose Ventura tonight. Runner at third, nobody out. Gets a piece of that one. That might have hit part of his hand as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. Here's the pitch from Ventura. Another foul, and it's strike 2.
Ventura's got some velocity on that fastball, doesn't he?
Oh, very lively. One ball, 2 strikes. Pitch to McGarry Doyle, and he stays alive. And I think he fouled that one off him as well. Second time in this at bat that McGarry Doyle has gotten a piece of his own foul ball. I think he took one off the thumb and that one off the lower part of the left leg. Likes to stand nice and close to the plate. Ventura's pitch, and it's in the dirt. Blocked by Bateman, and Jansen stays put. Red Sox with the game's first run. Barrie responding with 3 in the second. 3-1 lead here in the fourth. 2-2 to Noel McGarry Doyle. The pitch, and he hits this one to left field. Going back on it is Keene. Back near the wall, and he makes the grab. Tagging up is Jansen. He's going to score easily. A long sac fly for Noel McGarry Doyle gives Barrie a 3-run lead.
Second baseman number 7, Royce Ando.
Well, anything hit that deep in the ballpark is going to bring Jansen home easily, and McGarry Doyle executing beautifully there, making good contact and hitting it hard and deep enough to get Jansen home with the game's 4th run for the Baycats. Royce Ando now, who's 1 for 2. Starts him off with a curve, and it's a called strike.
Batters often don't expect a first pitch curveball. Well placed right there.
As good as Ventura's fastball is, it's not always his go-to pitch. You can see him mixing it up.
Well, when you have a fastball like that, hitters always expect to have that fastball come in big moments to try and overpower. So when a hitter prepares for that fastball, that's when Ventura can switch to that curve and come in with a much different look.
And he threw a changeup on 0-1. Here's a pitch just missed outside, 2-1.
You look at this guy, Jose Ventura, and you think, okay, he's coming out of the bullpen today, first appearance with the Red Sox, but this looks like someone who's going to end up in the rotation.
If not, he can certainly, it looks like he can give you some good innings out of the bullpen, but you're right. He's got the composure of a starter. This one hits to center field, and it bounces in front of Jesse Fishbaum. Royce Ando with his 2nd hit of the ball game. And there's a runner on with 1 out for Adam Odd.
Adam Odd.
Odd's been on base both times today with 2 walks.
So the middle infield will get ready for a ground ball here to try to end the inning. Orozco at short, Brody McKay at second base, and they're in on the dirt, double play depth. And this one's hit between first and second into right field. Perfectly placed ball by Adam Odd as that one gets through, and it's 2 on with 1 out.
Designated hitter number 27, Ryan Rio.
Ryan Rio with a pair of strikeouts tonight. Another RBI opportunity for the big slugger. Ando at second, Odd at first, 1 out in the 4th inning. Baycats up 4-1. And that one gets all the way to the backstop, and the runners will advance. So that opens up first base. Ando to third, Odd to second. Still 1 away. Really no easy outs in this Baycat order, but with first base open now, maybe you pitch Ryan Rio a little more carefully than you would have. Jake Wilson is on deck. He's certainly not an easy out by any stretch.
Well, you need that double play, right? So you can't put Ryan Rio on for Jake Wilson because they're both equally good hitters. But you really want to get that runner on first base over not having the runner on first base in a situation like this because you can get those 2 outs more easily.
Yeah, Jake Wilson's not a guy who's going to hit into many double plays with his speed.
No, he's not. And he's going to elevate a little bit more than you'd want him to if you're on the mound. So.
But if you put Rio on, you set up the force at any base. So we'll see. I think Ventura is going to come right at him here, but the count is 2 balls and 1 strike.
I agree. I think they're going to come right at the hitter.
Right back to the mound. Looks the runner back. He's going to go to third. Young to home. Now Bateman with it now. He's going to try to run the runner back. It's the shortstop coming in. Now the throw, and the tag is applied by Ventura. They go to third. Safe there. Red Sox looking for a double play.
That was... I mean, it's easy to say it worked now, but that's not the play that players are really told to do. Coaches will always tell you to go to first to get that out. But trying to keep the run from scoring, it turned out well, but it could have gone in the Baycats' way just as easily.
So Ando retired 1, 2, 5, 6, 1, if I got that right. Odd heads up running to get to third. That was a close place at third. Could have been a double play. He had to be careful.
See, I'm glad that you score in a way that you remember that, because I wrote down out.
Well, we were both right.
We were both right. Just like, oh, that's a balk. A run's going to score on a balk.
Both runners advance.
How about that?
Didn't see it. Not sure if Ventura didn't come to a stop, but a balk brings home Adam. Odd. What a bizarre inning this is turning into. Rio, who ended up being safe with that whole fiasco, ends up getting to second base now. So I guess for Rio, it's an infield hit. Or no, a fielder's choice, because the runner was retired. So fielder's choice for Rio. Goes to second on the balk. Odd comes home on the balk. And Ando retired on one of the most complicated infield plays we've seen all season. Steven Soldra had to dance out of the way of that one.
I believe that's Max Loishko over at first base coaching today.
Oh, you're right. Yep. My mistake. 1-1. Jake Wilson trying to keep this inning going. And a late called strike.
There's that late call from the home plate umpire that you were mentioning earlier that he sometimes does.
So it's 1 ball, 2 strikes now. That one even fooled the scoreboard operator.
Yeah, some would say that was a little bit outside.
Ventura looking for the strikeout here. 1-2, runner at second. The pitch fouled off. Into the trees, and the at-bat continues.
Nice crowd here, by the way, at Vintage Throne Stadium today.
Very comfortable evening after some warm temperatures early in the day and some humidity that's kind of subsided a little bit here for the fans. Count 2-2. A little bit of cloud cover now, but nothing that's going to bring rain our way tonight.
No, it's not that. It doesn't look like those kind of clouds, but it also doesn't feel like rain's about to come.
We had a really bright cloud right in dead center field earlier. It's kind of now just covering up a little bit, but
nice job to get that camera on the clouds there.
2-2 once again. On the ground to first base. Jamison with a toss to the pitcher, and it's in time for the out. And Ventura with a little bit of a fist pump there as he retires Wilson for the final out of the inning. Baycats add a run. And it's 5-1 Baycats as we head to the 5th inning here at Vintage Throne Stadium. You're watching Baycats TV.
For the Baycats, in the 4th inning, 2 runs on 3 hits, no.
BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news. The Canadian Brewhouse is a one-of-a-kind Canadian-themed sports bar. Stop by and enjoy live sports action and an extensive menu with amazing food and drink specials. Just off the 400 at Park Place in Barrie. Join the Canadian Brewhouse after the game.
I'm Christina De Palma, and whether you're looking for help with small claims court, a problem with your tenant, a traffic ticket, a notary, or looking for mediation, De Palma & Associate Legal Services can help. Know the rules, know your rights, solid advice.
brought to you by...
We're into inning number 5 here at Vintage Throne Stadium with Patrick Melbourne. I'm Ben Davey, and the bug spray is out as the mosquitoes are starting to nibble on this late July evening
Deserve the best.
as we approach the midway mark of this ball game with the Brantford Red Sox trailing by 4. It'll be the number 9 hitter Jordan Young, followed by Jesse Fishbaum and Brody McKay to follow.
Fifth inning brought to you by Etal Paving for all of your residential, commercial, and industrial paving needs, providing quality service for over 37 years because you deserve the best.
Young 0 for 1 with a fielder's choice tonight, and Adam Kahn back out to work the 5th inning. And it's a 1-1 count. Pitch is outside, and it's 2-1 to the number 9 hitter, Jordan Young. Kahn's pitch count now 67, 35 strikes.
That was one of his best pitches today. Just fooled the hitter, Young.
Struck out Bateman and Keene to get out of the 4th. He's got 2 3-up, 3-down innings tonight. The lone blemish was a walk in the 2nd that came around to score on an RBI single by Lucas Bateman, and a strikeout there to make it 3 in a row.
And the impressive thing is how he's replaced those early walks with strikeouts. Was struggling a little bit with command early on, has not lately.
Seems to be getting better as the game goes on, as we go into these middle innings.
Center fielder number 20, Jesse Fishbaum.
And here comes Jesse Fishbaum for the Red Sox.
This will be his big test, the 3rd time through the order.
Fishbaum 0 for 2 tonight. A couple of ground outs in the 1st and in the 3rd. First offering from Kahn. That one just missed. Ball 1. No action in the Baycat bullpen.
No, Evan Souls was up just a little bit earlier, but Adam Kahn is a starter, and he'll be going as deep into this game as he can.
Gets that one over for a strike, and it's 1-1. That pitch not far off from the one prior.
Baycats have 3 games in 3 days starting tonight. It is right now, Red Sox at Baycats. And then tomorrow they're in London to face off against the Majors. That will be available on barriebaycats.com. And then on Baycats TV and at Vintage Throne Stadium on Saturday. It'll be a 4 p.m. start, Junior Baycats Day, as the Baycats take on the Panthers. Tickets available at barriebaycats.com.
Adam Kahn worked 7 innings in a win against London on June 25th. That was his longest outing of the year so far. They'd love to get 7 out of him tonight. 3-1 the count here to Fishbaum. A couple of good matchups. London Friday and then Kitchener here on Saturday. Is it a 4 o'clock or 7 o'clock game we're here for?
On Saturday it's 4 o'clock.
4 o'clock.
Junior Baycats Day. One of the last 2 Junior Baycats days. Is that one missing?
And a strike to Fishbaum, who tossed the bat away. He thought he drew a walk.
How about that? 2 straight strikeouts, 4 in a row. Hey, that was another late call. I had already said, just in the middle of my point there, whether that was a ball. Do you like the delayed strike 3, or do you?
No, not at all. And I imagine the hitters hate it as well. Down goes Fishbaum, and Brody McKay will bat. 4 strikeouts in a row for Kahn.
Yeah, my apology there. I thought he had struck him out on the previous pitch, but he struck him out there.
So that Kitchener game will be the second last 4 o'clock Saturday game that we have here at Vintage Throne Stadium. If you like afternoon baseball, you can catch the 4 o'clock game against Kitchener or the 4 o'clock game against London on August 13th. All the other weekend games are at 7 p.m., and of course the Thursday nights are 7:30. Late afternoon baseball is always nice if you like being out in the sun.
Judging by your comments, when it's 40 degrees outside, you like being out in the sun.
Not 40 degrees, but
Felt like 40 walking into the ballpark today.
Well, it has on some games. We've had great weather this year. No question about it. 2 balls, no strikes to Brody McKay, who's 0 for 2. In my view, any day you can just get the game in, that's a good day, a good game. 2-1 the count. Nick Burdett is on deck. Baycats up 5-1. 3 Barrie runs in the second, 2 Barrie runs in the fourth. And that's low and in the dirt, ball 3.
Con missing on command a little bit more again this inning. Just has to trust his stuff and locate in the strike zone.
Con with a 3-1 inside, and that is ball 4.
Brantford will say that should have been the second walk of the inning.
Designated hitter number 25, Nick Burdett.
Fifth walk of the night for Con, and it keeps the inning alive for Nick Burdett.
Adam Con will say, well, it's only the first walk. That's where the strike zone is. But you're right, 5th walk total. Command hasn't been exactly where he wants it to be, but he's kept the runs off the board for the most part, with the exception of that Liam Sutherland walk in the second.
Burdett behind 0-1. He's hitting .273 this season, approaching the 300-game milestone in the IBL with a career dating back to 2013 when he joined the Red Sox, and he has stayed with the organization ever since.
Got that 1,000th IBL at bat.
That one got away from Plumpton, and down to second goes McKay. So that'll take away the forced situation and a runner in scoring position with 2 out. One pitch, high and outside, ball 2. Both these teams trying to snap 3-game losing streaks here tonight. Baycats deadlocked with the Maple Leafs right in the middle of the standings. Tied for 4th, identical 16-12 records. Just inside, and the count is 3-1. McKay at second, 2 out in the inning. 3-1 pitch on the way from Adam Con. Here it comes. Strike, and it's 3-2. And the count is full. Burdett has worked Con for some deep counts tonight.
That was the 85th pitch of the afternoon for Adam Con.
A check on the runner, and the payoff pitch on the way, and it's fouled off left side. Over near the team bus.
Burdett has been a very good hitter in terms of bringing big at-bats and long at-bats to the Brantford Red Sox for a long time now.
He is a Brantford native, loves this organization, has stuck with them through thick and thin, and a leader in the IBL in every sense of the word. And he draws a walk here to keep the inning alive. 6 walks for Adam Con. Out comes the manager. And a conference on the mound. And we'll see if that Baycat bullpen gets busy again.
But we'll see Evan Souls get up shortly once again. He's a guy that can go several innings. Is that Brandon Hillier going over there?
Quite possibly could be. We'll see if we can find out for you.
Looks like Brandon Hillier going out to that bullpen.
So, breaking the action, I wanted to get your thoughts on the home run derby, Patrick, in the All-Star game. I'm sure you probably saw at least a little bit of both.
Yeah, home run derby was fun. Watched the full home run derby. I thought it was a really good show. Really fun one.
Juan Soto and Julio Rodriguez battling it right down to the wire there. And
Yeah, those two are
pretty
going to be
impressive
stars
finale.
in Major League Baseball for a very long time.
Yeah. Soto is certainly in position to command some big money, and that impressive home run derby performance will add to his case.
He just turned down a 15-year, $440 million contract or something like that.
Has anybody ever turned down $440 million in the history of baseball?
Been
that might
offered.
be in all of sports.
Well, I don't think anybody's been offered $440 million in Major League Baseball. It would have been the biggest contract ever.
He is Juan Soto, I get it, but still,
well,
that's an enormous amount of money.
It was structured a little bit strangely, I believe.
That should end the inning. And it'll be the shortstop, Carson Burns, taking it for the third out. Sutherland retired. Down go the Red Sox in the fifth. We go to the bottom of the inning with Barrie comfortably on top, 5-1. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Bottom of the fifth inning, Evan Souls warming up in the bullpen as the Baycats head to bat once again. It'll be Juan Familia, Carson Burns, and Tyler Plumpton. And fans, Baycats tickets are now available for every game at Finch's Throne Stadium this season. Head to barriebaycats.com/tickets to buy online or find a location close to you to find deals today. Here's Familia, here's Ben Davey.
Thank you, Patrick.
For the Baycats, right fielder number 22, Juan Familia.
Familia changed his jersey number from 25 to 22 last week. And we should mention, for those just tuning into the broadcast as well, the Baycats are wearing the throwback Thursday red jerseys tonight. The Red Sox are wearing the alternate navy jerseys. So that sometimes can trip fans up a little bit, or we're used to seeing the Baycats wear blue and the Red Sox wear red. Reverse colors tonight. First pitch is a called strike to Juan Familia. Familia tonight 1 for 2. He bunted and scored in the second inning and struck out swinging in the third. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-2. We were talking off air about the All-Star game, Patrick, and I know you and I were both disappointed that Jordan Romano didn't come into work that ninth inning, but how about Emmanuel Clase, for those that have never seen him?
Yeah.
What
Emmanuel
a ninth
Clase
inning.
is a very, very good pitcher.
He is
I'm
not.
really bringing unique analysis when I say that, aren't I?
He's not a Class A pitcher. He's a major league pitcher. That we know. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Familia goes down for the second time tonight.
It took me a minute to get that.
Class A?
Yeah. Because I don't say Class A, I just go single A, right? That was good.
The shortstop, number
Took me a second.
Carson Burns.
So you got to pay attention during the broadcast. Pick up these things. Carson Burns comes up. He has a single and a walk tonight.
I'm sure Class A did at one point pitch in single A, making him Class A.
See, now every
pitching
time
in
you say Class A, you're going to think
well, I'm
of
going to
Class
think of
A.
that.
It's going to be in your head.
Thanks for that.
But he's got a huge future ahead of him.
Yeah, he's got great stuff.
I know Guardians fans are, I'm sure, hopeful that Cleveland can lock him down for the long term.
Well, you're a White Sox fan, and they've got a pretty good closer, too.
Liam Hendricks, former Blue Jay.
Yeah.
He came in earlier in the ball game, but looked pretty good.
He closed out last year's All-Star game, if I remember correctly.
They had the microphone on Liam Hendricks during the All-Star game, and I thought that was a gutsy move because he's got some colorful
Do you
language when
remember
he's
last
out
year?
there. I think he said a couple things that might have got picked up.
He sure did. Because he didn't know, he forgot the mic was on him.
Do you like all the conversations? I mean, it's certainly something you don't get to enjoy in a regular season game, hearing all the chit-chat that's going on. I mean, at least to that degree. I know they mic the players sometimes.
It's interesting.
This one to first, and it's another toss to the pitcher. Jameson to Ventura. 2 quick outs here in the 5th inning.
Jose Ventura has been a good pitcher for the Brantford Red Sox today. He has slowed down the Baycats a little bit and showed good stuff mixing his pitches. He's got a good fastball, curveball, and a changeup that we've seen. I think he's going to be a starter. He's pitched a while in this game now, and sometimes guys just look like starters out there on the mound with their pitch mix and composure. And that's not saying relievers don't have necessarily a pitch mix or that same kind of composure, but the way Ventura has come into this game in his first appearance, it really looks to me like he's going to be a starter for this team. I could be wrong.
No, it wouldn't surprise me. That's a called strike. 1-1. Ventura, the second pitcher for the Red Sox tonight. Starter Andre Wojciechowski worked 2 innings, gave up 3 runs. 2-1 the count here to Tyler Plumpton. Owen Jansen swinging the bat on deck. Plumpton has reached base twice tonight here on First Responders Night at the ballpark. Ventura taking his time now as he removes his hat, wipes the brow, and he'll take a little bit of a stroll, swat away a couple of mosquitoes, readjust his cap, and get set here for a 3-1 pitch to Tyler Plumpton. Here's the pitch. Right back up the middle, and it's into center field. Base hit, Tyler Plumpton.
Plumpton was hitting .379 before that at-bat.
Maybe a candidate for player of the game tonight as he's reached base 3 times now, scored a run.
Yeah, it's going to be a trickier one for player of the game, isn't it? If the Baycats go on to win.
You know, you could make an argument for Adam Kahn. He's allowed just 1 hit. He's given up the walks, and that's what's made it feel like the innings have been a little more adventurous than they have been. But 1 hit for Kahn through 5 innings of work. That's a quality start, and he's still in the game as far as we know.
Evan Souls was warming up, so we wonder if we'll see him in the 6th. Pitch count was getting up there a little bit for Kahn.
Owen Jansen has reached base twice tonight. Boy, these bottom of the order guys seem to be reaching base all the time. And the trend continues. This one's hit into right field. Plumpton's going to round second and go all the way to third as the ball is fired in by Liam Sutherland. And it puts runners at the corners with 2 out.
There's another candidate for player of the game right there. A triple and 2 base hits for Owen Jansen.
Left fielder number 95, Noel Gary Doyle.
Bottom third of the order, Burns, Plumpton, and Jansen have reached base 8 out of 9 times. Now, one of those was a fielder's choice from Tyler Plumpton, but he would score a run. Lots of production from that bottom of the order for Josh Matlow, and tonight has not been an exception. Noel McGarry Doyle, the leadoff man. He drove in Owen Jansen, who tripled to open the 4th. Picked up an RBI on a sac fly. So Ventura in a jam here. Runners on the corners, 2 out. 1-0 the count to McGarry Doyle. We're in the 5th. That one goes through the legs of Bateman. He's back to pick it up and has no play. Up to second goes Owen Jansen. He thought about taking third and then scoots back.
Probably could have taken third. There was not a lot of urgency behind the plate right there from the catcher, Lucas Bateman.
Yeah, he didn't really hustle back to that ball very hard. He had the pitcher Ventura in position, couldn't get a throw off. And Jansen almost made him pay by taking another. So that one probably a pass ball as it went right through the legs.
Would have to be a pass ball, I think.
And a 2-0 count to Noel McGarry Doyle.
It is officially scored a pass ball.
3-0 the count. 6-1 Baycats. They're looking for more here in the 5th. The 3-0 pitch. Off the glove of Bateman. He's back for it, and it's a walk, and up to third goes Jansen. So the Red Sox catcher struggling defensively here in this 5th inning.
Baseman number 7, Royce Ando.
Not getting much help from his pitcher, who walked McGarry Doyle on 4 straight. And the Baycats can blow this one wide open here with a 5-run lead. And runners on the corners here with 2 out. Royce Ando, runner goes. Pitch is a called strike, no throw.
I love challenging the catcher right there. The catcher's had a tough inning. He's just trying to reset behind the plate and focus on the pitches that are coming in. So why not take advantage of that on the base paths?
Well, if he made a throw down, he would have had to get McGarry Doyle, because you can bet Jansen would be off on the throw.
That's a good point.
And
McGarry Doyle is
one of
as
the best
quick as
base
it gets
stealers
in
the
this
league.
league. So
Yeah, got a good jump. And he takes second uncontested. So 1-1 the count now to Ando. 2 in scoring position for him if he can knock those in.
he's got an RBI double already today.
Red Sox in danger of letting this one slip out of reach. It's 6-1 Baycats. Jose Ventura with a 1-1 pitch, and that one backhanded by Bateman to keep that from going back to the backstop.
Just lost all of his command this inning.
Nice snag by Bateman, who had to reach across his body.
I'm a little surprised that we haven't seen some kind of visit to the mound.
That one's low, and it's 3-1. A little bit of motion in the Red Sox bullpen. It looks like we might have a right-hander throwing down there.
Yeah, and a lefty, I think.
I see a Navy jersey.
There's definitely a lefty throwing.
3-1 is low, and that will keep the inning alive.
Second straight walk. And they have not been tough walks.
Well, Ventura had not walked any prior to McGarry Doyle's walk. He walked him on 4 straight, and now a walk to Ando. And you wonder if he's just starting to lose any gas that he had in the tank coming into this inning.
Left-hander Hayden Stam is warming up in the Brantford bullpen. Thanks to Brian Backlund for getting us that camera view.
Bases are loaded. Jansen at third, Noel McGarry-Doyle at second, and Roy Sando at first. Adam Odd inside to him, ball one, and control now an issue for Jose Ventura in this fifth inning. Check the pitch count on Ventura. He has thrown 70. Sky high to left field. Should hang in the park. Keane comes over, and he can't make the catch. I'm not sure what happened to that ball. Roger Keane looked like he had saw it all the way, and it ended up just landing out of his reach to the left of his glove. Couldn't come up with it. I'm not sure if he even got a piece of it. It scores 3 runs. A double for Adam Odd. With 2 outs, Jansen, McGarry-Doyle, and Ando were circling the bases, and all 3 of them score. And the inning will continue. Jose Ventura got the fly ball to end the inning, but Roger Keane could not make the catch. And that one's off the glove of Bateman. And up to third goes Odd. Tough inning for the Red Sox defensively here in the fifth.
It's been a tough inning on the mound and also a tough inning behind the plate. Both those guys will be hoping this inning finishes up as soon as possible.
Rio 0 for 3 tonight, reached on a fielder's choice and advanced to second on a balk. Odd scored on that balk. Ventura with 75 pitches now. Swing and a miss. Rio helps him out with that one. It's 2-1.
A little bit late on that one.
Ventura having trouble throwing strikes here in this fifth inning. Fouled off left side, and it's 2-2. And again, Ventura a strike away from getting his team off the field.
Fix the timing on that, though. Making adjustments in the middle of an at-bat. That's the sign of a really talented hitter. And all these Baycats are really talented hitters.
Jose Ventura, 2-2, coming up. On the ground. Second baseman, McKay to the pitcher, covering in time for the out. So Rio retired 4-1. And that will do it for the Red Sox as they get off the field in the fifth inning. Baycats add 4 to make it a 9-1 ball game. Patrick up to call innings 6 and 7 when we return on Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend. Revive MD Medical and Aesthetic Clinic, privately owned by Dr. Marina Bechet, a one-of-a-kind clinic that covers a variety of medical and cosmetic concerns. Visit 411 Bayfield Street, Unit B12 in Barrie, or revivemedspa.ca.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer. For the Red Sox, shortstop.
Top of the sixth inning, it's brought to you by the Canadian Brew House. Our house is your house. And up to the mic for innings 6 and 7 is Patrick Melbourne.
And up to the mound for the Barrie Baycats is Evan Souls, coming in for the 15th time this season. Has pitched 39 1/3 innings, has struck out 31, walked 19. He's been a pretty reliable guy. And he's moved between the rotation and the bullpen pretty seamlessly this year. Born in 2002, so he's one of the younger players for the Baycats. Kicks and throws, and the first pitch to Jamil Orozco is a ball 1-0. Baycats up by 8 here in the 6th. Red Sox hoping to get back in this game. They have not scored a run since the 2nd inning. Souls kicks and throws, and that's up and in. It'll be Orozco, then Spencer Jameson, and Lucas Bateman. So Bateman's going to get up to the plate only a half inning after he had a bit of a rough inning behind the plate. So not much time to rest there. Pitch is a strike, 2-1.
This is a bounce-back appearance for Evan. He has not pitched since that 20-4 loss at Christie Pitts in Toronto on July 13th.
Big swing and a miss on a pitch up and in, 2-2.
Souls gave up 7 earned runs in 3 appearances this season where he did struggle.
And there is strike 3. Orozco down by way of the K. There's one away.
Well, Souls is really hot and cold. When he is hot, he is unhittable. And hopefully that's the case tonight. He's had a couple of games where he's really struggled. I mentioned the Toronto game at Christie Pitts. There was another night in Kitchener. That was on the road as well. He gave up 7 earned runs in 2 innings that night. But all of his other appearances have been pretty solid for the most part.
Righty against the left-handed hitter Jameson, and the first pitch to him is a strike, 0-1.
Had a 5-run relief appearance against Guelph here. That 15-3 loss, but...
And you're right, it's either a really strong outing for Souls or one that he wants to forget. And it has been more strong outings than forgettable ones, as the next one's in there for a strike, 0-2.
Well, he's been used an awful lot. This is his 14th appearance of the year, and he's been in the rotation as well.
Got a miss, he's down on strikes. We're up to 3 games started, 14 games before this one for Souls. So you're right, he's been used a lot. 2 big strikeouts here to open the inning, and that'll bring up Bateman. Lucas Bateman, the catcher, righty-righty matchup, and the first pitch is down and away, kind of curved away from Bateman as it came inside. Next pitch to him is up in the zone, up above the zone, I should say, 2-0.
What a night for Adam Kahn. He allows just 1 run on 1 hit in his 5 innings of work. He walked 6, and that was the reason why a couple of innings he had some jams to pitch his way out of, but the Red Sox unable to make any decent contact off him throughout the game.
2-1 is swung on and missed on a pitch way up high, and it's 2-2. Bateman today is 1 for 2. And now he's 1 for 3. Souls strikes out the side in the top of the 6th inning. Heading to the bottom of the 6th inning, it is still Baycats 9, Brantford 1. We'll be back here on Rogers TV in Barrie and on Baycats TV. New pitcher for the Brantford Red Sox is a left-hander. Wears number 19 on his back, Hayden Stam. 0-1 this season with a 10.12 ERA. He's pitched 14 games. He started 1. He has struck out 20 in 24 innings. He has walked 22, so the walks have been a bit of a problem for Stam. We'd like to mention, by the way, that the Baycats are holding their annual golf tournament at Innisbrook Golf Course on Thursday, August 18th at 1 o'clock p.m. This year it's open to fans for the first time. Head to barriebaycats.com to learn more and to sign up. And as we head to the bottom of the 6th, Patrick Melbourne, Ben Davey with you. And Ben, it has been a good offensive showing for the Baycats. They've taken advantage of opportunities, and on the pitching side, they've walked a few more than they'd like to, but it really has not come back to hurt them.
Yeah, again, I give Adam Kahn a ton of credit. He was able to pitch out of those jams despite 6 walks, held the Red Sox to just 1 run, really did all that he could do tonight, and he's in a position here to quite comfortably win his 3rd game of the season with a 2-2 record coming into tonight's game. As for Hayden Stam, another young pitcher out here for the Red Sox this evening, just 21 years old. Andre Vodorojic started it. He was only 19, and Jose Ventura, a young pitcher as well. So very young pitching staff here for the Red Sox. We're getting a good look at them here tonight.
Out-of-town scoreboard, our Baycats TV out-of-town scoreboard with the Baycats TV brand new spoiler-free page on barriebaycats.com/TV and brand new highlights page on barriebaycats.com/highlights. Lets you know that the Welland Jackfish are up right now on the Kitchener Panthers 4-3 in Welland. Jake Wilson will lead things off here in the bottom of the 6th inning. Patrick Melbourne, Ben Davey, Brian Backlund, our producer, Gary Mason, our statistician, Troy Wellington running the graphics and video board, Rob Daniels, our PA announcer today, and Sam Hossack doing the photography today. In for Bob Hurley, who will be back on Saturday. First pitch to Jake Wilson is a strike.
Well, we'll definitely have to keep our eye on that Kitchener-Welland score. The Panthers certainly within striking distance of the Jackfish, hoping to break their 7-game win streak. The top of the IBL standings. That would be a big win for the Panthers if they could pull it off.
Count now 1-1 to Wilson.
Stam, a native of Waterdown. And big, tall left-hander, weighs 220, 6 feet. His first IBL season here in Brantford.
1-1. Outside, 2-1. Baycats wearing their throwback 2005 era red jerseys. Brantford wearing their navy blue away jerseys with the gray pants. Here's the 2-1 to Wilson. And that is up and in, and it's 3-1.
We've had the Baycats wearing red on Thursday nights this season an awful lot against other teams that also wear red. You remember we had the Hamilton Cardinals here on a Thursday, but they wore a powder blue road. I guess it was their alternate uniform.
That's up and away for ball 4. So Wilson leads off the inning with a walk. And we mentioned that is a little bit of an issue so far this year for Stam, keeping hitters off the base paths with walks. He has more walks this year than innings pitched. So here's Infante making his first at-bat. Came in to play right field for Familia in the last half inning.
Stam's 15th appearance of the season, and yeah, he's got 22 walks, 20 strikeouts.
Infante, a righty against the lefty, Hayden Stam. First pitch is going to hit Infante. Hit him on the left arm. He tosses away the bat, and we're in the 6th inning, and Brantford Infante's only seen 1 pitch, and it hit him.
1 pitch, 1 bruise.
So a walk and now a hit by pitch, and Hayden Stam has entered the game in about the opposite way to how he wanted to. 2 on. No one out. Here's Carson Burns.
Every Baycat tonight has reached base at least once.
Pitch to Burns. Misses. And the pitcher comes off the mound, audibly says seriously, and doesn't get a reaction from the umpire, who just basically stared at him and told him to get back on the mound without actually saying anything.
Well, he thought the ump missed a couple of pitches on that at-bat to Jake Wilson earlier on.
Pitch up and away. And Stam's going to have to earn his strikes at this point, because not only has he not established the strike zone, he's now challenged the umpire with his words.
Definitely seems to be a little bit mentally rattled early in this inning, and that's not a good sign.
2-0. Fouled away. 2-1. I mean, we never hear players talk from the broadcast booth. Even if there's something fairly loud said on the field, we never hear it from up here.
They were far enough back.
We both heard him say seriously to the umpire.
He wasn't happy.
He was not happy. He was the opposite of happy. He was unhappy. I'm gonna say he was unhappy. Here it is. And there's a strike. 2-2. Stam has come in here and walked a batter and then hit a batter with a pitch. So he might be unhappy about the strike zone, but he hasn't done a whole lot to see what the strike zone is either. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kicks and throws. And that's up and in. 3-2.
Stam hasn't shown us a whole lot on his fastball yet. I mean, that pitch looked like he pulled the string on it.
Stam looks back at the runner, now comes home. And that is a fly ball to left field. Moving over into foul territory, but not making the catch because it was too far into foul territory, is Roger Keane, the left fielder. So the at-bat remains at 3-2.
That fastball, probably the hardest ball he's thrown this inning so far.
Stam, 21 years of age, in his first year in the IBL, has had some good appearances. He's actually faced Barrie and did very well in that game on July 10th in Barrie. 3-2 is strike 3. And that one Carson Burns thought was ball 4.
Yeah, he spun around. He was ready to toss the bat. He did not get the call he wanted there. So let's see if that lifts Stam's confidence a little bit as he gets it out behind him.
The 2 games in Barrie that Brantford and Barrie have played each other, and Stam has been in both of those. So he's been in 3 games this season at Vintage Throne Stadium. Very familiar with this mound.
Yeah, had a couple of innings of work in the game in Barrie, or at home, I guess, against Barrie on July 10th, at home for Brantford.
Big cut and a miss. And I might be wrong. Those might be both in Brantford. I was looking at it and looking for the at sign.
Yeah, both those games were in Brantford.
So you're right. My apologies.
Yeah, 13-2 Baycat win and the 15-4 Baycat win. Both were in Brantford.
See, I'm used to looking at the Baycat stats,
Yep.
and then the at is when you're somewhere else. So, looking at that backwards. 0-1. On the ground, right side, and foul.
Not unlike when you and I called that game at Christie Pitts, and I had started to write out the Baycat lineup on the right side of my score sheet as I do when they're at home.
Which really bugged you. It really bugged you.
Because I do that every time I go to Christie Pitts. The rare time that we do a road broadcast there, I write the Baycats in as the home team, as I usually do.
0-2 coming up to Tyler Plumpton. Lefty pitcher, righty hitter, and it's hit on the ground to the second baseman. Takes a funny hop, but it's fielded well. Gets to the shortstop, 1, back to first, 2. A double play. And after all of that, no runs score against Hayden Stam, who actually has a pretty good inning, but he's coming to the umpire to talk to the umpire and talk about that strike zone. And that conversation ends pretty quickly. Heading to the 7th inning, it's Baycats 9, Red Sox 1. You're watching Baycats TV and in Barrie on Rogers TV.
Danielle May Real Estate, supporting the Barrie Baycats and ready to help with all of your real estate questions. What is your home worth? Should you sell now or wait? Danielle is dedicated to your success. The next time you think real estate, think Danielle May. Your Canadian source for first aid kits, AEDs, safety products, and more. Shop online today at firstaidcanada.com. Life is precious. Be prepared.
All right, we got some defensive changes to talk to you about. Brad McQuinn is in left field. Noel McGarry-Doyle moves to center field. And in right field is Branfian Fonse. Third baseman is Brendan Colley. Shortstop is now Owen Jansen. And the second baseman remains Roy Sando. First baseman remains Adam Odd. Catcher remains Tyler Plumpton. On the mound is Evan Souls for his second inning of work. And the first pitch from Souls to Roger Keane is up and in.
And a second inning well-deserved as Souls blew by Orozco, Jamison, and Bateman. Three straight strikeouts to make it a quick 3-up, 3-down, sixth.
Pitch to Souls is up and in.
Our seventh inning brought to you by Firehouse Subs, Barrie and Aurelia. Appropriately so on First Responders Night here at the ballpark.
Pitch from Souls is a strike, 2-1.
Only top quality, freshly sliced meats and cheeses piled high on toasty hot rolls. Buy Subs, save lives.
Big swing and a miss, strike 2. Souls has had that strikeout stuff, hasn't he? In the last inning, he had 3 strikeouts, all of them swinging, and now to Roger Keane, the count 2-2. That big last pitch was a swing and miss. Here's the 2-2. There it is again. Souls has faced 4 batters, and they've all gone down swinging.
He took just a little bit off of that. It might have been a slider because it had a bit of late break, and Keane swung right over top of it.
Number 34, Jordan Young.
So here's Jordan Young. The Red Sox have had 3 pitchers on the night. Pitch from Souls. Again, a big cut and a miss.
This is the best we've seen Souls so far this year. I mean, it's his 5th batter, and he's just blowing it by them.
Baycats have used 2 pitchers, just Con and Souls. That's hit to left center field. Moving over is McGarry-Doyle. He's going to make a couple of steps back after running a good amount to the right side, and he'll make the catch 2 away.
Yeah, a bit of a weird position for McGarry-Doyle. Certainly he can play center field, but hasn't done that this year, and just moving a little bit to his right there to make that catch.
So here's the leadoff hitter, Jesse Fishbaum, for his 4th at-bat. He's 0 for 3.
The Red Sox have only made contact once off Souls through 5 batters.
Souls pitching with a lot of confidence, comes home, and the first pitch again is a strike, 0-1.
Evans' season-high strikeout total 5. He got that against Hamilton in 3 2/3 innings of work.
Kicks comes home, and it's outside.
Coming close to that in less than 2 innings of work here tonight.
Fishbaum struck out looking in his last at-bat. Here's the 1-1. 1-2. Trying for the K, and it's up and in. 3 strikeouts last inning. A strikeout already in this inning. Trying for a second one to make it 5 on the night. Souls ready on the hill. Has the glove by the waist. Gets his sign. Plumpton setting up low, and they get the strikeout. That's 5 for Souls across 2 innings of work. What a job by the Baycats right-hander. Heading to the bottom of the 7th. Still 9-1. You're watching Barrie Baycats baseball on Rogers TV Barrie and on Baycats TV. Well, Evan Souls has been pretty good. 5 strikeouts in his 2 innings. And strikeout stuff against all 6 batters he faced. And now the offense trying to add on. It is 9-1 here at Vintage Throne Stadium. Owen Jansen will lead things off, and then the top of the order, Noel McGarry-Doyle and Royce Endo.
Bottom of the 7th, brought to you by BarrieBaycats.com. Tickets are available for every game at Vintage Throne Stadium this season. Head to BarrieBaycats.com/tickets to buy online or find a location close to you.
People sitting back down after Take Me Out to the Ball Game, which Ben thought was... Ben has opinions on Take Me Out to the Ball Game.
I love the 7th inning
1-0.
stretch. Maybe we need to try a different version of the song, though. Something a little bit more up-tempo, I think.
Do you ever sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game?
Oh, I always sing it.
Okay, then we
If
just
I'm a fan,
we
I'm
got
not-
a recording of Ben singing.
I'm not going to sing it on the microphone.
Why
like,
not?
Well, you know, because I don't want to overshadow
you have,
Rob
you have
Daniels.
you have opinions on that version, and you want a new version, and you sing it every time you hear it.
Rob is the voice of the stadium, and
2-0
I will
is-
not drown him out.
A ball, catcher was waiting for the strike call, didn't get it. It's Lucas Bateman. And this umpire has not really agreed with the Red Sox in the last inning or so. 3-0 the count. Jansen at the plate. Kicks and comes home. And there's a strike, 3-1. So Ben, who sings Take Me Out to the Ball Game every time?
Who sings it?
You. You said you sing it every
As a
time.
fan.
Yeah, exactly.
Not when I'm broadcasting,
But
as a fan. Sure.
We need to get you a mic. And we need you
That's
to...
how Harry Carey got started.
We need you to sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game into a recording as Jansen swings and misses at that.
We've already got Rob singing it, but I
Well,
think
no.
maybe a different,
How about both of you?
track.
How about both of you? And then
Duet?
we get someone in here.
Double torture the fans.
We get someone in here to bring the music behind you two. And then Rob is a DJ on Cool FM. I'm sure he could get Ben's version and Rob's version of Take Me Out to the Ball Game on the air at Cool FM. That is hit to right center field, and that one's hit pretty deep. Moving over is center fielder Fishbaum. He's got it and makes the catch.
Congratulations, Joanna of Barrie.
Well, Jansen's been hitting the ball awfully well tonight. He's got 2 singles and a triple. Made good contact with that pitch from Stam there. Hit it to center field, and that ball just died once it got up there.
So if Ben and Rob sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, do you think we could get that on the air at Cool FM? Maybe, eh?
Patrick, we get paid to speak, not sing.
Notice how I'm keeping myself out of this recording. I'm not singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. That's your job now. Here's the pitch to Noel McGarry-Doyle, and it is up high, ball 1. I think this should happen.
Having us sing would be like having Brant Fianfonte and Ryan Rio pitch. Oh, wait, they have pitched.
And you're going to
I got to
sing.
think of a different analogy.
1-0 is popped up, foul. So this is going to happen now. You two are going to sing. We're going to get a recording behind it, and that's going to be the new version of Take Me Out to the Ball Game, as was suggested by you in the first place.
All right, I'll give it a try.
Okay. well,
You set it up, I'll give it a try.
Okay.
You know what idea I like better, though, that you came up with is us retroactively calling the 2005
well,
championship
that's going to
game.
happen too.
That I want to do.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. Well, that's going to happen too, but it's also, both things can happen. And I think it would be amazing to have you guys sing Take Me Out to the Ball Game. 1-2. It's just a shame you can't play the organ. Pitch is outside, 2-2. It's a shame you can't play the organ, so you can play the organ and sing at the same time.
Maybe the final regular season game. We don't want to do it in the playoffs. I don't want to be blamed for throwing anything off on the field.
2-2 is grounded to second base. Nice play at second to grab it and throw on to first. What a play right there by Brody McKay to get the second out.
Yeah, he knew he didn't have a lot of time with Noel McGarry-Doyle burning it down that first base line. McGarry-Doyle hoping to force a bad throw, but cleanly played, and a perfect throw by Brody McKay.
So 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second. Fly out and a ground out. And that'll bring up Royce Endo. Endo has scored after a walk. He has reached third base after a single, and now he's going to reach first base on a Ball hit to left center field. Moving over his fish bomb. He throws it in. This is going to be a close play at second. And although he reached first base, well, he's going to reach second base as well. Got under the tag. It's a double for Roy Sando. That was close. You heard me kind of setting up for him to be out on the play-by-play there, but he was not out. He was safe because he got under that tag. The throw was back in time, but Ando did a great job of getting away from the tag at second base from the second baseman, Brody McKay. So here's Adam Odd. 1 on and 2 out here in the 7th inning. You know, even if we don't get you and Rob on a recording singing Take Me Out to the Ball Game, we have to get you up in the PA mic, and both of you have to sing it into the mic for a game.
Oh, you want a live performance now?
That's the minimum, I think.
I think we'd be much better off with a recording to start, and then just see how that goes.
We can do a practice before the game. we can show up at 6 o'clock and go, okay, Ben, okay, Rob, it's time to sing.
Well, that would be a first in all my years of doing Baycats games.
2-0. Hit on a line right side. That one's going to get through for a base hit for Adam Odd. Rounding third is Roy Sando. He's going to stay at third because the throw was good. The throw goes across. It was good in terms of timing. It was not good in terms of accuracy. It goes all the way to the backstop. Ando ends up scoring anyway. Up to second goes Odd. And James Anderson's going to come up. That'll be a hit and an error throwing home. And that is a well-deserved error because if the ball stays there in the infield and doesn't go past, the runner stays there at third, right?
Ryan Rio, number 34, James Anderson.
Rob Daniels on the mic introduces James Anderson. Anderson coming in for the DH Ryan Rio. First pitch is a strike. Anderson has had a nice season. Coming in today. Everybody's kind of coming in today because the score is 10-1. Down low. So it would have been Rio Wilson Familia coming up, but right now it's Anderson, McQuinn, Infante. On the ground, going to go foul. Almost the whole lineup has started to shift around. Because after Infante would be Brendan Cawley. How's your scorebook looking?
Pretty messy, at least on the right side. Baycats have had some big innings tonight.
Hayden Sam throws away the baseball, gets a new one. Baycats up 10-1. 10 runs, 12 hits, no errors. Brantford's got 1 run on 1 hit. Still only 1 hit for the Red Sox across 7 innings of play. Stam looks back at the runner on second. It's Adam Odd. He's got good speed. Now comes home and the ball is low. It's swung on and fouled away by James Anderson. 1-2.
3 runs for the Baycats in the second, 2 runs in the fourth, 4 in the fifth, and now 1 in the seventh for this 10-1 lead.
Looks again at the runner who's in scoring position. Kicks and throws. Inside, 2-2.
Oh, that didn't miss by much. Anderson showing some good patience on that 1-2 curveball.
It has been a bit of a smaller strike zone today.
Stan was not happy with the strike zone in the 6th inning, and you mentioned he went over to talk to the home plate umpire after he got the 3rd out. Wanted to chat with Jared Merkley. Able to control his emotions so as not to get tossed.
Odd takes the lead. Kicks, throws, and that one is popped up way foul. Back behind us.
So here's a fun fact for you, Patrick. I have never called an IBL championship clinching game for the Baycats. And the Baycats have won 7 IBL championships.
Right, that makes sense.
But
you didn't call the one in 05 because Rogers didn't cover that one.
Right.
And then
my final
the
season
ones
was
later were after you had left calling the Baycats.
My final season was 2010, and the
Right.
last game I called was the championship clincher for the Red Sox here on this field against Barrie.
That makes sense.
So the Red Sox are the only championship clinching team that I've been able to announce.
I must have been at that game because I was covering the team for the Barrie Advance. I believe it was that year.
Well, that was the third of 5 straight Red Sox titles, I believe.
2-2 has popped up. Left side moving over on the run is the third baseman for the Brantford Red Sox, who's not going to catch it. That was Jordan Young, who made a really nice effort, but it was a backhanded.
Yeah, the Red
Try.
Sox won 6 straight championships as well from 2008 to 2013. And the 2010 championship was the last one I called before stepping out of the broadcast booth for a period of time, and then got a chance to return in 2021.
It was going to be 2020, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Before the season was canceled, yeah.
Here's the 2-2. 2 out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Kicks, throws. That's hit to left field. Going back is the left fielder, Roger Keane, but he moves over and makes the catch. It sure looked like he got all of that one off the bat, but it stays in the park and is caught for the 3rd out. Ben Davey will have the call in the 8th. It's 10-1. Barrie Baycats over the Brantford Red Sox. You're watching Barrie Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
BarrieToday.com. Local news, weather, Baycat scores, and more. BarrieToday.com. Your community, your news. The Canadian Brewhouse is a one-of-a-kind Canadian-themed sports bar. Stop by and enjoy live sports action and an extensive menu with amazing food and drink specials. Just off the 400 at Park Place in Barrie. Join the Canadian Brewhouse after the game.
I'm Christina De Palma, and whether you're looking for help with small claims court, a problem with your tenant, a traffic ticket, a notary, or looking for mediation, De Palma & Associate Legal Services can help. Know the rules, know your rights, solid advice.
Coming in to pitch for the Baycats, number 23, Chris Cox.
With Patrick Milboard, I'm Ben Davey. We're back live at Vintage Thrones Stadium, and it has been all Baycats tonight to the tune of 10-1 over the Brantford Red Sox. Barrie looking to snap a 3-game losing streak here tonight. The Red Sox in danger of having their 3-game losing streak extend to 4. And our 8th inning is brought to you by Mr. Lawn Care and Landscaping, servicing Simcoe County for all your landscaping needs. And a pitching change for the Baycats as Evan Souls will hand the ball over to Chris Cox. And the veteran hard-throwing right-hander will see his 10th piece of action this year, all relief appearances. He's got a 1-2 record and a 9.3 earned run average. He's worked 9 2/3 innings. He has struck out 13. He has walked 13. Souls, a former Brantford Red Sox, pitched for them in the 2016 season and was with the Toronto Maple Leafs 5 years before that. He has been in and out of this league for a long time. since coming into the IBL in 2011. Cox, 33 years old, from St. George. Check swing, and it's a called strike 3 as Brody McKay goes down. Nick Burdett will come to the plate with 1 out here in the 8th.
One of the benefits of having umpires on the first base and third base side is obviously you can get either angle, lefty or righty, that you need to. Red Sox pinch hitting here. Aiden Colangelo coming in to pinch hit for Nick Burdett.
So Burdett was 0 for 1 tonight with a couple of walks. Adam Kahn walked 6 in this ball game, but was able to stay out of trouble, allowing just 1 Brantford hit. They have only 1 hit in this ball game, and that was an RBI single by Lucas Bateman in the 2nd inning. Cox with a fastball misses away, and it's 1-1. Cox pitched 4 games for Brantford in that 2016 season. Didn't have a lot of success while he was there. One ball, 2 strikes to the pinch hitter Colangelo.
Do you have an extra pen?
That one fell back to the screen.
I know that's not super relevant to the game, but I'm scoring the game and I just dropped my pen.
Oh, I thought I heard something fall.
Yeah.
And yeah, I do have a backup pen here. At least
We
I
like
should.
to share what goes on in the booth sometimes. And remember when my notes went away?
I'll rummage through my purse here and see what I can find. I've got my sunglasses, my Halls, my highlighter, and a backup
Excellent.
pen. There you go.
Excellent. Look at this.
For the win. I knew it was in there somewhere. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Colangelo. 10th appearance of the season for Cox. ERA just over 9. And the count is 1-2.
Other game in the IBL, by the way, on our out-of-town scoreboard, our Baycats TV out-of-town scoreboard. Baycats TV brand new highlights page. BarrieBaycats.com/highlights. And brand new TV page, BarrieBaycats.com/TVs. That one didn't miss by a whole lot. Welland leads the Kitchener Panthers 6-3. They're in the top of the 9th inning, and that game is just an out away from finishing up.
So a Welland win would extend their win streak to 8, and it would give them a 2.5 game lead over the London Majors on the top of the IBL standings.
For Welland in that game, Jake Harford went 6 innings.
Nice play there by the second baseman, Roy Sando, making the running throw with his balance, taking him the other way. Had to go against his momentum there, and he gets the second out of the inning.
Harford went 6 innings in that game, faced 29 hitters, gave up 3 runs on 8 hits, and then Boyer, Howard, and Bowato came in for an inning and 1.2 innings, respectively. Kitchener's pitching staff hasn't done a terrible job in that game or anything, but Welland's lineup is just so tough.
Jake Harford leading the IBL in wins with 8. His record will improve to 9-1 if that score holds up tonight. Definitely a candidate for pitcher of the year in the IBL. 2.89 ERA.
You were wondering where Justin Gideon was going to fit in that order. He's batting 2nd as of right now. So they have a brand new top of the order that they didn't have last year with Gianfranco Morello, who was on Brantford last year in the 1 spot, and then Gideon in the 2 spot.
Who would you give the pitcher of the year to? I mean, Harford certainly has to be in the conversation, as does Claudio Custodio.
It's got to be Custodio.
With the strikeout total.
Yeah, it's got to be Custodio. And I'm not sure it's that close. No disrespect to anybody else, but Claudio Custodio has come in here as the pitcher with experience at maybe the highest level of anybody and has shown why he got there.
That one goes off the glove of Colley, who's in the game at third base now and into left field. So just the second hit of the night for the Red Sox. London fans will add Jose Arias, his name to the conversation as well. He's a perfect 7-0 with a 1.29 earned run average in 9 starts.
And there are hitters in the league who have reached AAA, like Custodio has reached it as a pitcher. I know Jose Vinicio in Toronto has. Pretty cool to see all this talent in the IBL.
Liam Sutherland on base for the third time tonight. He had 2 walks and now a single, just Brantford's second single of the ball game. And this is Jemiel Orozco.
That game has finished, by the way, in Welland. Welland has won 6-3 and extended their lead at the top of the standings. London did not play tonight. So Welland now 22-6.
Yeah, they are an offensive powerhouse, and they do it with a lot of speed on the bases as well. Scoring a lot of runs this year. They've been a tough opponent for everybody, including the Baycats. Barrie has 3 games left against the Jackfish this season. This one is short. Underhand toss to second in time for the force out to retire Sutherland. And that will do it for Brantford in the top of the 8th. They strand a runner, and we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The Baycats comfortably on top by a score of 10-1. You're watching Baycats TV and Rogers TV in Barrie.
For Brantford in the 8th inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 left on base.
Bottom of the 8th inning, Ben Davey singing and dancing to Sweet Caroline as we welcome you back to Vintage Throne Stadium. Patrick Melbourne here. Ben Davey over there. He's pointing, he's singing, he's dancing, he's doing it all to the Neil Diamond Classic that's playing here at the ballpark. Baycats up right now 10-1 as they head back out to the batter's box. It'll be Brad McQuinn to lead things off. And Ben, it's really been a good offensive day for the Barrie Baycats.
No question about it. They have not taken their foot off the gas since that 3-run second inning. It's been all Baycats tonight, 10 runs on 11 hits, and the pitching for the Baycats has been spot on as well. Adam Kahn, despite the walks, was able to hold the Brantford Red Sox at bay. Evan Souls saw probably the strongest performance we've seen from him this year in just 2 innings of work. He was on fire. And then Chris Cox with a fairly tidy 8th inning to set it up for the Baycats here, comfortably on top by 9 runs.
All right, let's roll back to play-by-play. Here's Ben Davey.
And the newly designed BarrieBaycats.com features more highlights, more game day info, and more about your team. Head to BarrieBaycats.com now to get the whole game day experience, including highlights from tonight's game. McQuinn, Infante, and Burns are due up for the Baycats, barring any changes. And first pitch swinging is McQuinn, and this one hit to left field. And the catch is made by Roger Keane. 1 out in the inning.
Right fielder number 8, Brantford Infante.
Infante saw 1 pitch in his last at-bat, which was his first at-bat, and he got hit by a pitch.
Hayden Stam still on the hill for the Red Sox since taking over for Jose Ventura. Andre Wojta-Rojic was the starter tonight for Brantford. And taking the first pitch is Infante.
Yeah, they used Wojta-Rojic as the starter, and then they used Ventura in relief. Jose Ventura, and now Hayden Stam.
Stam's 1-0 is high, and it's 2 balls and no strikes to Brantford. Other than Brad Grieveson, Infante, the longest-serving member of the Baycats, could not hold up, and it's 2-1.
I believe Brad Grieveson was on the 02 Baycats, which is the year Evan Souls was born.
Isn't that something? I wonder if Evan Souls remembers that season. Hayden Stam.
Stam's pitched well, all things considered, only giving up the 1 run on 2 hits.
Looked a little shaky when he came on in the 6th. This one hit to center field. It's Jesse Fishbaum to his left, makes the catch. 2 quick outs for the Baycats here in the bottom of the 8th inning. And now here comes Carson Burns. Baycats with a couple of big games following this one. It's 3 games in 3 nights for Barrie. They'll hit the 401 and head out to London tomorrow afternoon for a big game against the defending IBL champion London Majors. And then we're right back here on Saturday afternoon to face the Kitchener Panthers for the last time this season. Baycats have beaten London once this year, I believe. They've been a tough opponent. Swing and a miss.
That was the Adam Kahn game where he pitched so well. Pitched well again tonight, only gave up the 1 hit.
This is Brennan Cawley, not Carson Burns, excuse me. Count 0-2. Pitch to Cawley. Pops it up. And will it stay in the field of play? Looks like it will. Third baseman over for it, and he can't make the catch. Jordan Young over for that one. Not sure if he lost it in the lights. Seemed to have a good read on it, but
just got a step ahead of it.
So that'll keep the at-bat alive for Cawley. Cawley hitting .255 coming into this game tonight. 23 games for the Baycats. The left-hander, Hayden Stam, looks in for the sign. The wind-up, and the 0-2 on the way. And it's a change-up high, and the count is 1-2. Baycats looking to snap a 3-game losing streak here at home tonight. 16-12 their record. Deadlocked with the Toronto Maple Leafs. This win would move them back ahead of Toronto by a half a game. Two, and it's fouled back to the screen. And that might be a battle right down to the wire between Toronto and Barrie for that number 4 seed. I know the Baycats want to get into the mix with Guelph, London, and Welland. A little bit ways to go to get there, but Toronto and Barrie.
Well, they're only a win behind Guelph. So they're kind of in the mix with Guelph as well. But Welland and London for sure ahead right now.
And the number 4 seed will get the determining game, or the 7th game in a best of 7. 2 balls, 2 strikes here to Brendan Cawley. Pitch from Stam, and that one's high and tight. Did it hit him? He says it did.
Yeah,
yep.
It definitely hit him.
He tosses the bat away. Caught him up on the arm. And another Baycat hit batter. So here comes Tyler Plumpton.
Catcher number 44, Tyler Plumpton.
He got hit on a pitch by Jose Ventura earlier in the ball game.
All right, Ben Davey, who's our player of the game for the Baycats, assuming the score stays the way it is? Jansen has the triple and 2 hits. Kahn only gave up 1 hit.
Yeah, offensively, I mean, Roy Sando has reached base 4 times. I might give it to Adam Kahn. I mean, 1 hit and 5 innings of work. I know he had the 6 walks, but he pitched out of those jams. both the third and the fifth innings. Settled down nicely, got the outs when he needed them. Left field and deep. Going back is Roger Keane at the wall. He reaches up and he makes the catch. That'll do it. A long, loud out off the bat of Tyler Plumpton. We go to the top of the ninth. Baycats up by 9. You're watching Rogers TV and Baycats TV.
What do you got there?
Visit Alliance Billiards and Sports in the northeast end of Barrie. A fun, friendly family environment offering pool, darts, karaoke, and live entertainment. Enjoy a large variety of delicious food and drinks on the patio. You'll come as a stranger and leave as a friend. Revive MD Medical and Aesthetic Clinic, privately owned by Dr. Marina Bachet, a one-of-a-kind clinic that covers a variety of medical and cosmetic concerns. Visit 411 Bayfield Street, Unit B12 in Barrie or revivemedspa.ca.
Join us this summer at the Baycats Summer Baseball Camp.
See you this summer.
With Patrick Melbourne, I'm Ben Davey as we go to the ninth inning, and you can see some strange things in a 10-1 ball game. We just saw an example of such. Chris Cox was behind home plate, catching warm-up tosses from Brantford Infante. And Infante is going to come into the game as the Baycats' fourth pitcher here to close out this 10-1 Baycat lead.
Ninth inning brought to you by Mr. Lawn Care and Landscaping. Mr. Lawn Care and Landscaping, servicing Simcoe County for all of your landscaping needs.
And Brantford Infante is no stranger to the pitcher's mound. This is his second appearance this season. Has an inning of work, and he had a strikeout in that inning as well. Has not allowed a hit or a walk, and has a perfect 0 ERA. One of two Baycats who have not allowed an earned run on the mound this year, and the only other guy that maybe is hoping Infante will get touched for one run in this inning is Adam Odd, because that would make him the ERA leader. Odd worked an inning as well this year for Josh Matlow. Spencer Jamieson, the first baseman, 0 for 3 tonight. Infante misses on the 2-2 and the count is full. This game has now hit the 3-hour mark. And it's inside ball 4. Jamieson gets a leadoff walk to start the ninth. No question, Josh Matlow wants to keep every arm in that bullpen ready for tomorrow night's big game at Labatt Park in London against the Majors.
You can view that game on barriebaycats.com and Majors TV.
Evan Souls worked 2 innings tonight. Chris Cox 1 inning. So if Infante can finish it off here, all the other arms will be rested and available. Lucas Bateman, the catcher. Behind 0-2. He has struck out twice tonight. Drove in the lone run for the Red Sox in the second. Steps out, takes a walk, now digs back in. Brantford Infante with the 0-2 pitch, just outside. And the count is 1-2. Jamieson at first, and this one hit to second. They go to short for one, over to first, and it's in time for the double play. And Jamison had a big lead. He could take as big a lead as he wanted because he was not being held on at first by Adam Odd. But he's retired on a 4-6-3 double play, and there's two out in the ninth.
Number 14, Roger Keane.
So Roger Keane, the left fielder, takes a called strike from Brantford Infante. Second inning of work this season for Infante. That one's fouled over our heads, and it's strike two. Infante played right field, came in for Juan Familia. And he misses on the 0-2. Fans urging Brantford Infante to finish it here with a 1-2 count to Roger Keane. Here's the pitch. And this one's hit to center field, and it drops in front of Noel McGarry Doyle. Fires it in. And the inning continues.
Third baseman, number 34, Jordan Young.
3 hits for the Red Sox tonight now. And number 9 hitter Jordan Young comes to the plate. Young 0 for 3. First pitch is inside, 1-0. Fouled over the screen, and the count is 1 ball and 1 strike. Keane at first, and a called strike makes it 1-2.
Just like get this up fast. 1-3-2, 12-10-0. Thanks.
Red Sox home to finish the weekend against Guelph on Friday and London on Saturday. Both 8 o'clock starts at Arnold Anderson Stadium. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and it's fouled off. And Young stays alive, 2-2.
Baycats' next home game, July 23rd, 2022 at 4 p.m. That's Junior Baycats Day. Panthers are in town.
Strike 3, and that's the ball game. Young goes down on strikes, and the Baycats prevail tonight by a score of 10-1.
Yeah, it was a great all-around game for the Barrie Baycats. Good pitching, good hitting. And going into a tough 3-in-a-row game stretch with a win. It was just a really solid game overall for the Baycats. They hit well in situations they should have hit well. They saw good pitchers, and they took their opportunities. I mean, you look at the way Ventura was pitching. He had a really good fastball, good movement, and they were able to overcome it. They were patient, took a lot of walks, played well defensively, got some great pitching. I mean, you look at Adam Kahn pitching with only 1 hit as the starting pitcher, and then you look at Evan Souls with that strikeout stuff tonight. All around a great game for the Barrie Baycats.
Red Sox got the first run of the game off Adam Kahn, but the Baycats offense got it back with a 3-run second inning and did not look back. Final tonight, 10-1 in favor of the Baycats. Adam Kahn gets his 3rd win of the seaseason to improve his record to 3-2. Losing pitcher tonight, 19-year-old Andrei Vojdorozic, who falls to 0-2 for the Brantford Red Sox. We'll see you on Saturday afternoon against the Kitchener Panthers at 4 p.m. here on Baycats TV. Until then, for Patrick Melbourne, I'm Ben Davey. Good night from Vintage Throne Stadium in Springwater.